In the landscape of figure photography, one group strived for tangible and dynamic displays.
There's no time to explain. Get in the rows.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir. We're
officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is filmed in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers just like you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 269. Am I right?
Where
Am I
are
right?
you?
Am I-
69.
269? Is that right?
No.
Oh, man.
You want it to be, I can tell.
287.
287. Why I keep going
That
into the
wasn't even. Look, you weren't even kind of close. Jesus.
Man, I don't know why I keep going into the 60s. What's that about? Well, anyway, I'm your host, Boog Nice. I got my boys with me. Fapster, Rick Dom, Pan Cheesy, Midweek Show. Let's move. Let's move. What's going on? Tell me
You're
what
right,
you're...
Boog. It has been a midweek. Nothing going on at all.
Yeah. Well, tell me
Very little
quickly
toy news.
what your weekend was like.
On.
Listen, tell me quickly what your weekend was like. We can't spend 30 minutes on it, though. All right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, if you went to
Fabio.
a concert, I don't even want to hear about that shit.
Well, lucky for you, I have not. I have. I'm all out of shows for the next couple of weeks, and my next one's a local, so it's nothing crazy. I might go see Dawkins at the Whiskey though, in like November or something. You know, get rocking with Dawkins and spooky season. You know, as heard on the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 soundtrack, Dream Warriors.
I like that.
But Dawkins terrible now, so it would literally be me being Marky Mark and Rockstar, like front row, like I can sing it, I'm just like you, and then the singer like gives me the mic, and then he walks away and invents grunge or whatever that movie ended like.
Watch out for the
Very
Dawkins.
lost.
What was that, Pancho?
Said watch out for the Dawkins.
Yeah, I'll be careful, I guess. But no, it's been chill. I've been catching up on some October shots because I fell far behind.
Oh no.
Just out of being tired as hell the week prior. So catching up on all that. That's it. Nothing real particularly crazy going on. How about you boys?
What am I getting up?
Nothing crazy for me. This weekend was okay. We had one rainy day on Saturday, I believe. Every weekend is like the same weekend. But
Must
Sunday
be
was nice.
nice.
There was a sprinkle here today. It was very exciting.
You guys don't get too much rain up that way, huh?
No.
Sprinkle.
Yeah, a little sprinkle. You know, I can't lie about that.
Dave Chappelle situation.
Sure. Because I went right after.
Yeah. And then we're going to Maryland. Yeah.
It's wild how he ruined his whole campaign off of just that. And nowadays it takes a lot more to ruin your campaign, huh?
I tell people that, and they're like, surely you're joking.
Nah, man.
And number one, I say, don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, don't call me Shirley.
One impassioned outburst is all it used to take to fucking ruin a political career.
My man just screamed in excitement.
Every once in a while, I go back to that clip just to get a good laugh, though.
Just to feel something.
And that guy probably hates to hear that.
If anything, Chappelle was being really kind. B.A. sounds kind of like he's doing some sort of like Power Rangers deal, but in reality, he goes like it's. I don't know how that caused his entire campaign to fucking go.
Oh man.
I guess the big thing going on, and I guess we really should have led off with this, but you know how we like to bury the lead. Before anybody says anything in the live chat or in the comments afterwards, yes, we acknowledge that it is irresponsible of us to be doing a show today, of all days, the day that Richard Roundtree has left this mortal realm. Shaft.
Rest in power. It's a
We
Shaft.
lost Shaft. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
Have we ever had a Shaft figure? A Richard Roundtree Shaft figure? I don't believe so. Huh?
No, I've only seen some Sam Jackson customs, but
Sammy Jack. Oh, Samalama Ding Dong.
yeah, that guy. So, rest in power.
P, how was your weekend?
I'm having a fucking kid.
Whoa!
Let's
go!
Crazy.
Let's go!
And you already got him grammar stuff at the mall?
Holy shit. I gotta come on for a second.
Let's
I measured
go,
on his
baby.
camera from the fucking hotel remote.
Oh, man.
Little
That is
cheesy.
wonderful, man.
I mean,
Little bean. Little bean, baby.
Not to be all up in your bedroom, but I know y'all was trying, man. It's wonderful news, man.
Trying for a while.
One of those things where you don't want to ask. You don't want to go like, "Hey man, so whatever happened to you trying to impregnate your wife?"
Of
it's not
course,
something you
Ashley's
usually ask
been
for a follow-up
asking over and over. Of course, Ashley's
Yeah.
been asking over and over. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like,
Damn, and you already got him some glamour shots at the mall? You
I
took him
did,
into the
baby.
photo booth?
Yeah, the Sears and J.C. Penney.
Damn, dude,
yeah.
congratulations.
Amazing.
that's it. Show's fucking over, man. What else can we fucking talk about?
Bro, you're
Dream
gonna have
week,
the fucking
baby.
craziest haul in about 9 months?
Dream
Who
week,
gives
baby.
Who gives a shit about Giant Man? Huh?
You don't know the sex yet, right?
No, not yet. That's our next appointment. We'll know for sure.
Okay, all right. Do you want to know?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I think it'd be great.
All right.
It'd be great to
Yeah,
know.
I mean, you know what? If you don't, people are gonna come to this baby shower and they're gonna give you strangely colored clothing. You're gonna be like, "Oh wow, this onesie is like a light purple." Okay, like okay, cool.
Just don't be having any wild gender reveal parties and shit. We can't have you
Bro.
burning down the.
No.
Okay.
It's
No, I was gonna say
fireworks
the
in a
opposite.
dry
It should be
forest
nothing.
all day long.
That smoke should be green in honor of Green Dusties.
No,
Let's
How
go.
dare you
Holy
gotta
shit.
set up a piñata that's as big, that's like in the shape of Goku holding Raditz. You're gonna be dressed up like Piccolo. You're gonna fucking beam it, and then it's gonna reveal the.
Listen, whatever you do, you gotta draw a fucking aura on the next sonogram. So
Oh yeah.
to see it.
Sonogram aura.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I don't wanna, count the chickens ahead of the horse, but the name should be Dusty. For sure.
You know what? Let me tell you something. If there is a god, you're gonna have septuplets.
Oh no.
That's
We saw it's
Like,
I
just
thought that's
it's
what it was, 'cause
just
there was all
one.
those pictures.
It's just one, but maybe this baby resorbed the other baby. So when it grows up, it'll have the
Wow.
power of a full-grown man or woman
Holy
and a little baby.
and a little baby.
Oh,
I just
Listen.
seen that other scene the other day.
Dusty Rhodes Joshi.
No.
Let's go.
Damn, dude. How much non-refundable deposit did you have to put down on it?
It's quite possibly the most expensive pickup of my life.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah,
You ain't lying, brother. That ain't a fucking joke.
It's great.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. Congrats.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, congrats, man.
I'm beaming for you.
I know. Me
Pre-order,
too.
pre-order as many things as you can before it's like shit, man. These diapers are crazy.
Nah. Don't worry about that, man. We got you
Don't listen
covered.
to him.
At
Don't
least
listen to him.
when you have your shower, we gotta make sure you got like at least 8 months supply of diapers.
Oh
Don't
my
worry about
goodness.
that shit.
Oh, yeah. All these donations, no more Comic-Con. It's all to the diaper fund.
Let's
baby.
go.
Baby Jersey's gonna be wearing the plushest diapers you've ever
Let's
seen.
go. I
The
will say
amount
that.
of Dragon Ball Z paraphernalia this child is gonna have.
Oh. A 4-star Dragon Ball rattle?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
We got the shit all planned out for you already, baby.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm ready
Here,
for
baby,
everybody
it's
else to
ours.
take control of my life. It's going to be great.
It's ours. It's a real Michael Scott situation. You know what I mean?
True. It's going to be a real
You'll get
Scott's
that, right?
Tot situation for sure with this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? What
Yeah.
you gonna
Yeah,
do?
exactly.
What you gonna do? Make our dreams.
Yeah, I need a drink over here, man. That's
Oh,
wonderful.
me too. Yeah, let's go. Let's crack them open for Pete. The
Oh
Pete
man,
jar.
this Fiji's gonna fucking get it, baby.
I'll
Yeah.
just sell stuff for you.
You just gonna get it.
Incredible.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Cheers to
Yeah.
Poncho.
I'm very excited, very happy to share it with all of you guys for sure.
Yeah, man. That is a wonderful share, wonderful haul.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
All right,
Another
Take
one.
us
Another
into,
person's cool uncle. I love it.
take us into
Let me ask you a question.
October, man. You lead the way, baby.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know what this is? This is a figure of a father.
It could be anybody into that.
Yeah, it could be. Could be anybody.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Yeah, so we
Amazing. Well, thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah, that's
Episode
it.
269.
Bye.
That's all we got.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, what
it
else?
was. That's why I thought it was 269. That was something like trippy
Uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah, this is like
I got it.
it's like we've become so close you could just tell. Like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
somebody's fertile. Somebody's giving birth soon. I
The all-time most effective position for conception, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god, Cap lives. Parenting ain't easy.
Parenting ain't easy. No.
The
Hey, well,
new
let's
show-
not get ahead of ourselves. We got some time to find that out, and then we'll revisit this and see where posing versus parenting racks up. And speaking of which, I was getting quite a bit of praise for my amazing parenting advice a couple episodes ago.
Oh yeah?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, so I'm happy to be able to pass that on to you now, Poncho, effectively.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
This is just
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but these comments are unfucking real. What are the unlock tiers on this child? Are we crowdfunding this child? Whoa, that's a nice father figure. This is man. These are amazing.
Yeah, Red Foreman with the greatest Fabio dig ever. Poncho could order a mezco today and the whole kid ships before this thing.
very true.
You might be able to change the clothes with it.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's
Those might
true.
fit the kid. I don't know.
Dude, I'm
That's
about to
some
be
real
fucking
better.
with 1-to-1 scale soft goods, dude.
Mhm.
As if I don't fuck with them every day of my life.
Lots of it.
We got
Pancho has 10 years of buying it for the kid.
for my kid.
For my kid. No older than my son.
No older than my son.
Oh, you're gonna get to actually
You
say
get
that.
to actually say that.
I know.
Wait,
I'm so
oh, man.
excited.
I'm
Lo-
so
Lago-
happy that
Lago
Big
Figs?
Simp's gonna have a little brother.
Oh yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lago. Lago says make sure to jokerize the ultra.
Oh my god.
Slap a gold label sticker on that.
Slap up gold labels.
Oh man.
Well, you gotta hold a baby next to the smallest one of us. So it's good.
Dude, if your babysitter is not giant green with a white cape, what has this all been for?
Don't even bother.
It's what's funny.
Somebody said, Pancho.
Like Becca, ever since we've been trying, Becca and I have been like casually discussing baby names every now and then. We thought we had a couple of winners, but like when we found out, she took like an at-home test, like I want to say a couple of weeks ago. I want to say like 2 weeks ago, maybe. And like we had never really been able to like wholeheartedly agree on a name like from the rip. And then I was quoting Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi's masterpiece. And I said, how about the power of the sun in the palm of my hand? Otto, baby.
Oh,
And Becca was like, Oh, sick. Yeah, Otto. Yeah, if it's a boy, it's Otto. It's locked in, baby.
Oh man, that's great.
They're winning right now. We had a scare not that long ago, and she told me like, if this is fucking real, we're naming it Gerard. I was like, no chemical romance. Shout out to Vince. Father son Kamehameha win.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Amazing. These comments are unreal. I'm happy that this is the community that we built.
I'm very excited. Dude,
what about 7? You're not gonna do 7?
I'm saying maybe 7. Becca and I were, you know what? I actually suggested 7 a long time ago, and Becca was all like, you have no idea how many birthday cakes I have to write that say 7 on it. I was like,
are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious.
7?
Yeah. Wait, 7 as a name?
7 as a name, baby.
What?
George Costanza, baby.
That's it.
I've heard maybe 11, recently.
How about 7 and 11 as brothers and sisters? How about that?
You know what you really need to ask her next time you see your wife? I don't know how soon that will be.
Right now, if I want.
You need to ask her how many times she writes Daenerys Targaryen on the steak.
Oh man! Oh no!
The amount of times I've been around to pick up little nephews and my little brother, and I hear like, yeah, that girl's named Daenerys.
Yeah, we're about at the stage now where all the Elsa kids from the Frozen generation have grown up, and they're hitting the bars, karaoke nights, doing the Frozen song, whatever it's called. True.
Capliv saying Nobel Prize, Poncho, Nobel Prize.
No, what a reference.
Shut it! Oh man! And then when you get mad at this kid for having his damn TV on for too long, you get to say, "Shut it off, Otto! Shut it off!"
Oh man!
Oh, dude, you are. This kid is. It's so great to have their personality locked in already.
Yeah, exactly.
When this kid doesn't listen, you hit him with the "listen to me now."
Yeah. Listen to me now.
Listen to me now. Wow. Oh man, I envy you so much.
Jay, I'm in charge here. It's my money.
When he gets to know you as a person, he'll see you unmasked for who you really are. He'll say, "Brilliant but lazy."
My old man.
Shout out to Lago, who says, as a father of 3 myself, the best advice I can give is
nothing. It's so quiet, I had almost forgotten, says Christopher Miller.
There was a kid on my little brother's soccer team named 7. He wore the number 11 on the team. Genius.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Hey, Dan Yoon is in the chat saying congrats to Poncho.
That's it. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, shout out to the live he did with Wade.
Yeah.
Sleepy Dan is one of the greatest things to ever happen on YouTube. It was amazing. Shout out to Ryan for coming on unexpectedly too on his stream. It was a great stream. It was awesome. It reminded me a lot of all of us being up for Odious. That was great.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like live streams were happening like in that final countdown. Yeah, it was really a nail biter, dude. Like that, it was like watching an eBay auction end.
Yeah,
let's not go down that path yet, though. Pete.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll circle it. We'll circle it. Let's go.
We're setting it up now so we can call it back. All right? It's called
sure. Our podcast co-host life is changing forever. Who cares? Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk Giant Man and
let's do the super chats real quick, actually, before we fully move on.
Yeah, please.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Of course, it goes without saying, thank you guys so much. The panel here, of course, the illustrious panel, and of course our generous and very thoughtful viewers as well. It's incredible to get such a reaction for this. It's unreal. We literally have told maybe like less than 10 people. So wow. It's very cool. And I spend every week with you guys. It's like
133.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I spend every week with you guys. So it's really cool to tell you guys as well. And it's really cool to read everybody's great comments. So thank you, of course.
I'm still, I'm still trying to figure out how I can make this about me. But
true. That's true. Well, my heart soars with the eagle nest. So
before we continue on, one last one from Lago. He says, when they're saying their prayers at night, Poncho, you yell at them, finish it!
Finish it! This kid's whole life is going to be a Spider-Man reference. It's going to be the greatest thing ever.
Setting them up for success.
Every birthday and Christmas, I'll give them precious tritium. Every single... Courtesy of Oscorp. All right, Red Foreman with a $4.99 super chat says, sure, Happy Giant Man funded. The usual crowd is big, mad, and salty. So many collectors so upset about not getting one at Rosser and Ollie's. Be good. Incredible.
Never change.
Michael Salinas hit us with 2 with no message. Thank you so much. Kwame Taylor hit us with 9 with a congrats Poncheesy with a bunch of popper emojis. Thank you, man. Tim Smith, the man, the myth that I met in person, hit us with 5 as well, saying congratulations. Thank you.
TS himself.
That's it. J. Michael Johnson hit us with 5, saying this is news. Poncho with the ultimate pre-order. Congratulations. After 151, we have indeed gotten much higher. Thank you.
Amazing.
Man.
Incredible. Jason S says Green Dusty reveal was still more dramatic. You're not wrong.
Oh no,
Green Dusty's reveal was like an after credit scene.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Tachyon Transmitter. Speaking of Tachyon Transmitter, we found out literally like the day or two after he posted that this was going to be his one of his last Octobers. So I had, when we were talking about it on the podcast, I had to like bite my tongue. I was so excited.
I was like, oh, me too.
He said, from one expected father to another, Poncho, congrats. A truly blessed week to be sure. Incredible. Thank you.
Blessed.
Snowcat,
Love it.
the myth, the legend herself, saying kids first candy on me. Let's go.
Nice.
Amazing. And shout out to right under her is a VLR Sierra says, this is a $200 baby cradle that you just killed. Good luck paying me back with your Zillow dollars a year salary.
Benefits, babe.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh man. So speaking of this, absolutely the smoothest segue of all time. We are entering our final week of October. Could be my final week of October. Probably not. I'll probably find a way. I'll probably find a way. But we have in fact entered the final week of October, starting with the 24th, which was Dream Big. Dream Big had a lot of great entries this year. Much like last year when we did Hell of a Ride, Dream Big was meant to sync up perfectly to the Giant Man HasLab finale. And people did not disappoint by completely understanding the assignment.
There was a couple people that disappointed, but it's okay.
That's all right. It's not a big deal. You know, it's fine.
It's okay. People can express themselves in whatever way they want.
That's true. That's true. So if you guys are having fun with October, let us know. If you guys are having some hardships or whatever, let us know in the comments as well. We'd love to know. We'd love to know. But I did curate a couple of highlights for October.
Ooh.
I sent them in the group chat, Fabio, if you want to go ahead and pull
Fancy
them
yourself
up.
a curator?
Just a little. A collector of sorts, a collector of fine
I
things.
see.
Are you British? Are you British or
I could be. I've been to Little Britain.
I've been to Epcot.
Oh man. All right. Okay. So this first one is from Dennis Miller. I actually just saw this just now. Great. Incredible use of Dream Big. Very great.
Really creative. Like it. I saw this in passing earlier and it didn't really register at first what I was seeing. I was just doing like 20 things at once, but this is cool. Very funny.
Oh, this is Dennis too. Yeah, we met Dennis at San Diego this year.
Oh yeah?
you don't?
DenX Media. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit. That's right.
Oh,
Dude.
shit.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to him the other day actually, and he was like, "Listen, man, I've been going kind of hard for October."
Hell yeah, dude. You love to see it.
He also
running the numbers on the crowdfund. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He's been
right.
obviously
Yeah.
doing this thing with the numbers and everything too. His projections were pretty spot on.
Big numbers guy, that Den X Media.
That's right.
Big numbers.
Big
guy.
numbers.
The biggest.
That's it. And I'm glad to see his photos doing numbers as well.
You know what? You gotta hire this guy. You
With
gotta,
numbers.
you gotta hire this guy, Poncho. He'll do the gestation numbers for you. He'll do the babies about the size of an apple today, Poncho. He'll do those for you.
We have one of those apps too, and we've been looking at them. So that's why I call it. I've been calling it Little Bean forever. It hasn't been the size of a bean for like forever, but I just I just call it Bean all the time. Anyway, no one wants to hear this. Next up,
Real human being.
Human being, baby.
Let's go.
All right, next up is what do we got? What do we got, baby? Steven. Oh, wait, sorry, I messed this up every single time. Great. This is a late entry for Meme Me Out, but still great. Of course, you're free to do these in any order you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But this is super great.
I refuse to mess up my feed.
This was this Steven Spielberg figure was the San Diego exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Last year, I think. Yeah.
Last
This
year.
year.
I thought it was this year.
This year, we were there.
Was it this year?
Yes, I thought you were doing a bit.
I honestly thought it was last year because they had. Oh no, last year it was the dude on the toilet.
Yes,
Okay,
you'd be shitting.
correct. Yeah, because they had the photo out. The T-Rex was coming up behind you.
That's it.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly. Yes.
This time it's Steve, and this is great, man. Great set building.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way he was able to get the rain or fog, whatever. I think he might be using rain, maybe, because the T-Rex is wet, but like it looks like very like velvety and smooth. It's very, very nice. Really great photo.
No vape. No vape nation.
That's it. And I love how he's just unapologetically, he has the light source right here, but as a prop, and it works so well. It's very
it
good.
works very well. yeah, for sure.
Absolutely great. Hell yeah. Shout out to Steven, dude. Very, very good.
Really good.
Really good.
Hey.
Real good.
What about this one?
Let's go. This one was Axel
Mine
LNC.
baby.
This is for Dream Big as well. I love.
You know what? Sorry, I've been meaning to hit up Axel.
Now's your chance.
Yeah.
About what?
About maybe seeing him in person.
Let's go.
Oh. IRL
Like
meet.
that?
But yeah, this is really great. I love the use of the real glove.
I just noticed that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
I did not even notice that. Wow.
Yeah, real glove hours right here, dude. So good. Great.
Love, no love.
That's true. Great blending here. I can't imagine how big that cutout is. But I just
Is
love
it a
it.
cutout or is it a screen?
Hey, you know what? It might be his screen. Does he have a C-side? Can you check, Fabio?
Let's.
Can you pull that up, Jamie?
see. Yeah, it's
Oh,
a screen.
It's a screen. Okay, you know what? It's fine.
Look at that.
Still great.
Egg on your face.
That's right. It's okay. It's okay. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it looks good though. It's really good layering.
Who's got the keys, huh?
Going back and getting into the photo swing, I forget. I'm realizing just exactly how much clever angles like this there are to work with, and going with this like deep is really good too.
Mhm.
It's literally
Yeah.
just like a
All about
few
the layers,
pieces
baby.
layered
It's all
up.
about the layers.
Yeah, and just put together in the viewfinder to make it all that.
Very
Baking that
good.
Cake.
That's probably one of my favorite parts about October for me personally is like, because now I've gotten to the habit of like I just hibernate for 11 months and then all of a sudden it's just photos all October long. So like it's almost like I have to like ramp myself up again and almost like relearn or get like reacquainted with different techniques and stuff. So like every year it's almost like I'm rediscovering this hobby all over again. And of course, like
Totally.
throughout the years, like more and more techniques become more mainstream or get discovered and rediscovered. And so like new photography, like techniques and trends are like popular right now. And it's just cool to like go through a lot of that. I saw a lot of people this year doing like transparency through a slow shutter speed, myself included. So like it's really cool to see these trends like circulate back in and out every single year. It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got next?
Yeah, I like it. I like the colors here.
Beautiful.
I just opened up all these tabs, so they might be out of order. but we
It's
got
fine.
this.
It's fine. Mark Stephen Santos, baby, an alum. Dream big right here.
He is,
Oh, this is cool.
This is really
bro.
cool, dude.
What? Why is that Jerry kind of cheeked up?
He really is.
What's going on? He's
You know
got
what kind
somebody
of
living
career
in
he's trying to make
chokehold,
in the big city, Rick?
Cheeky son of a bitch.
This guy's cheeked up.
On a Thursday
Is he single
afternoon.
or-
Yeah, what's going on? What's this plenty of fish? What's going on?
He's trying to make a living in the big
Single
city
bachelor.
one way or another.
That's true. Have you seen that TikTok going around where it's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory scene where everybody's poor and they're eating dinner? And then the caption reads, "How the hell are they poor when his mom's got mouth game like that?" And it shows her sucking on the chicken bone. Bro.
Oh
Oh shit!
Absolutely unhinged. But yeah, this is
Inappropriate.
yeah, absolutely inappropriate. But it's all good. It's
Yeah, that's a
great.
children's movie. I don't appreciate that.
Absolutely. But yeah, this is a great photo. I just love, all the prop work here. Very nice layering, very nice depth is achieved. Mark always kills it with this stuff. He knows his way around.
It's a very good interpretation of the theme. I love it.
Absolutely. J. Michael Johnson with the correction of the century. She was sucking chocolate. All right, whatever you say.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, if that's what you call it over there, fine.
Well, is it true? I mean, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, we believe so.
All right, that's what I hear. I hope that's true for this Jerry here.
I mean, with those cheeks, of course he can.
Here's one for Dream Big, and I was laughing just now because of the fucking
Undefeated.
That's the thing about Giant Man photos from this angle in particular. It's just, I don't know if it's always appropriate, but
Oh,
I love
man.
it. Great lighting here. It
Yeah.
really looks like a sunny day. I'm not sure if he's like literally outside or not. Do we have a seaside for this?
I think, yeah, he's inside, I think. This is just a TV. He's in his room. It's a TV screen.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
jeez,
Wow.
yeah.
Very cool angle.
Well done.
She really is just balancing.
Let's
That's
go. Well done. Well done.
Yeah,
Yeah, the angle is great and very Alex Ross Marvels. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real Annie, are you okay situation right there, man. He's guilty.
Oh, man. Yeah. Really great. Very simple, but very, very effective. A great
Yeah,
way.
right.
A great way to display just like matching the background angle. And a lot of the times that's one of the most difficult things to do is you get your whole scene set up and then you're looking for a background and you find the perfect one, but it's at a completely unmatched angle and like it doesn't even look right. It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, matching the perspective is incredible, just like Pletho said in chat. Very, very
Really
good.
good.
He killed
And
it.
then next, this guy, Brandon Patterson, he did
That's
a few of the days all in one photo,
Yeah.
B-Pat?
which I refuse to do. I could totally have done that to try to catch up, but I'm putting out 31 photos. That's it.
Said I appreciate
I do like doing that. I've done that a few years. It is a great way to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, King B Coop on
great stuff.
Instagram. Killing it, dude. I love his lighting.
Loving these colors, man.
Yeah.
I love this purple rim lighting here.
Very good. I love the way the colors pop. I love the rim lighting and everything. More importantly, I love that all of these, different elements are coming together to really make sure that the red of these hand ninjas and Daredevil don't bleed together. So it's all of these things coming together and it's very, very distinct. Like you can completely see where Daredevil starts and and where he stops. Same thing with the hand ninjas. It's great. It could have easily gone, south, but he killed it, dude. As always.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had to blend it as much if this were the Mafex Daredevil.
No. Well, in due time, my friend, in due time.
I love that the purple is catching on those swords, man.
Yeah, very good.
For sure.
Love this TV.
I love this TV.
And a little like the smoke or whatever's going on here,
That's it. Shout out to Boog who hates the smoke.
Yeah, shout out to
It's not.
the second best Daredevil ever made.
Yeah, it's not nuts here, so it's acceptable.
Mhm. Looks like he's got that Luke Cage. I was just talking about that today. Oh gosh.
There he is,
So
standing straight up.
disappointing.
There's a
You can
pose
even
for
see
him.
you can even see the skin tone coming
Oh,
through the
yeah,
pitch
that's
right here.
unfortunate.
Mhm.
Damn, look at that shit.
Great photo, though. My gosh.
Great photo. Great photo.
Great photo.
And here
Right,
is HBO's The Rest of Us.
Now there's a new name is in it. When you go on those import sites, there's somebody else that's doing a fake 112 version, and they call it. God, I wish I could remember.
It's like old man, little girl, right? Or something?
No, it's kind of like The Rest of Us. It's like those that remain.
Oh,
or
those
something.
that remain!
Those that
Something like
remain.
that.
Yeah, that sounds like the sickest hardcore band I've ever heard in my life. Those that
Yeah, man,
remain.
No, you're thinking of Harm's Way. That's the sickest hardcore band of all time.
Are these the third party
Yeah,
figures?
Oh, yeah.
these are
You
great,
think
dude.
First Party would give you something this good? That's so cute.
This is really good. I love the very natural posing. We say it all the time on the show. Some of the most difficult posing to do is just natural, relaxed, almost vanilla type shots, but like just the posing on the Joel is just really good. Like you can really, it really tells the story of him just like slowly going through this area and Ellie just like, cautiously behind him and whatnot. And I really enjoyed the way that the lighting is portrayed in this photo too. A really good display of shooting a dark scene, but it doesn't have to be like, like bathed in like black and darkness. Like everything is like perfectly visible, but like it's very clear that this is a dark scene and a lot of details are still there. Nothing gets lost. It's very good. What a killer photo, dude.
And just a correction: the name for the new 112 figures of Ellie and Joel is those are all that remains. Sorry, all that remains.
So it is a hardcore band.
It is.
All that remains.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
I
Incredible.
can't wait for the next ones between the Buried and Me. What you know about BT Bam? All right.
BT Bam, old BT Bam.
Let's go. This is from Johnny Quick. October 2nd place or 3rd place last year. I can't remember.
JQ?
That's true. Top three, baby.
Big
This was
true.
big if true. Absolutely. This was really good. I really enjoyed this as well. Really good framing. Really good, like, not real symmetry, but the way everything is just placed around. It like draws the eyes in a certain angle. Everything is framed in a way of a triangle. And that's like the best way to frame a symmetrical shot like this because it just draws your eyes in naturally. It's very good. I love like the rolling mist that he has on the bottom here. And I especially like the way that the Psylocke is posed as well. I really like the way that her legs are like stiff and bowed, and like in certain situations you would think that that's not really the best posing, but when I really think about it personally, if like somebody is just like ragdolled, like their knees are going to be locked and like they're just like limp like that. And I just thought it was really, really great forward thinking in this photo. It's very good.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I saw this photo, I kind of just locked in on that particular thing for a few moments. It was like, yeah, that's right. That's good.
Very
photo.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Johnny is always
scene
out here
building.
grinding.
You got the police car. You got the Bratz car. It's good, man.
That's it. That's it. Baby. What more do you need?
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
That's it. That's it.
Carl's got a passion for fashion.
It's true. Carrying
There you
this
go.
industry on its back, right here. Johnny Quick.
It's funny to see, a couple of successful HasLab projects back there next to the subsequent HasLab killer right there.
The Bratz car.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there was like over 1 million of these Bratz cars produced. But
That's not here.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's not.
Rick, you're talking about old shit. We don't talk about old shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's in the past, baby.
Yeah, you ever heard of Giant Man? It's called a huge fucking success, Fabio. Huh? Ever heard of it?
Plastic Thunder in the chat with the correction, second baby, exactly. Wear it proud, my friend. Hell yeah. Wear
we
it
got the
proud.
approval from Chris Miller too. He says whenever he drags unconscious women around, they
No.
always
Okay.
All right.
This really devolved, huh?
We're just gonna run away from some sentinels, and then you can leave.
It puts the lotion on the sentinel.
Oh man.
All right, what's next? Great segue.
What is next? I was just thinking that. Oh, I love this one. This was so cool.
Yeah, this
I
was.
just love seeing weird shit
that
like
was
this.
great.
Yeah, that's literally why I picked it. It's not even an October shot. It's just weird shit. I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was the Secret of Nim for a second.
Dude, that's what I thought it was
There
too.
you
What?
Yeah, it's just so great to see like the different like corners of this hobby and what everybody is into. You know, like there's always so much stuff that pops off in the group. There's like, you know, Spider-Man, Dragon Ball, and like Mesco stuff and all that great stuff. But like it's just really cool. Yeah, of course. Little known fact. But it's always just so great to see. It's just always so great to see something like different and unique and shot well. This was great. Shout out to Greg Shaw.
This is kind of like a medieval Stewie Lit.
Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Keep grinding,
Same
baby.
thing. Shot for shot remake.
Shot for shot
Practically a
remake.
shot for shot remake.
Practically a shot for shot remake.
Yeah, this is cool. And he nailed. I mean, if this is what he's going for, I think he nailed it.
He nailed
so
it.
Cool.
Absolutely nailed it.
Never heard of it, but I like it. It looks good.
Yeah. This one also nailed.
Oh
but I know
yeah,
where it's from.
this
My boy
was
Henry
really
Rock.
good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw this one too.
this is
Damn.
amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this was part of a
amazing.
series that he did on his Instagram too. He really put this April O'Neil through the fucking ringer.
Hey, well, you know, with knees like that, she's got to use them. Don't take that the wrong way.
Oh no!
Don't take that the wrong way, please.
Wait. That's Judith Hogue, baby. You can't be saying.
Whoa, are you sure you're not Christopher Miller? Pumpkin?
No, don't say halfway through that sentence, I knew it was wrong.
It's been secretly him the whole time.
No, I'm the one in the Target employee jacket.
It's me, Austin.
This was also like a cool mashup with the props and stuff. How he kind of like pieced this all
Yeah.
together to us.
Oh
with
yeah.
Some of the BTS.
I don't know if he put up a BTS, but
Yeah, I think it was on his Instagram though, if I'm not mistaken.
let's see. It's my boy Hen Rock.
Mm,
Always show Hen Rock some love. But yeah, he did.
I.C. Rock?
He did a series of these, and of course, he also did the best Mr. Freeze series that anybody's
Oh,
ever
yeah.
done. So
No
pretty much
question.
everybody can retire this figure as well.
There you go.
But
Shit,
MM
I
over
haven't-
here, he's got some good stuff.
Very good. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
I haven't even
no,
opened my
that's-
Mr. Freeze yet.
This guy's probably going to go tend to the mother of his children.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's got
All right,
some.
maybe I'm lying. Maybe it was on in the grind or something like that. But anyway, this was a
Okay.
great shot.
Yeah,
Really,
the
really
angle
good.
is awesome. Just the lighting behind him, contrasting. This is top to bottom great.
Top tier.
How about Patrick Ong? No stranger to the podcast feature.
Patricio?
Uh-huh.
There he is.
Nightlife. Funny enough, I almost did something similar for my Nightlife one. It was just going to be just someone laying in bed, but like on their phone, doom scrolling. But
Yeah,
But
you know what I was
love
going to do? I was going to do the kids from Halloween Season of the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be like them watching that movie and then like them, or the TV, and then them having like the fucking bugs or whatever. But I couldn't find the bug heads. So Bughead.
So Bugheads.
So Bughead.
What are you
It was
guys
funny
talking
when
about?
during Wade's stream, I kept spamming that, and I was like, "Man, I hope he knows who I am, and he doesn't fucking like block me for doing this shit." I just kept going like, "Yeah, so zombie head, and then scroll head." I just couldn't help it. I just kept so scroll head,
So
so
scroll
zombie
head.
head.
Yeah, this is cool. He's really fucking into whatever he's watching.
Oh, he loves his
Yeah,
TV. There's no
okay.
question.
Bug
Oh,
Eye.
he's watching
That he's
Japanese
fully
Spider-Man.
costumed under the covers in bed.
Oh yeah, he's watching his
Hand
highlight
check.
reels.
Let's get a hand check. What's
Yeah.
going on?
He's got the police radio right next to him just in case. But that
Ah,
doesn't
of
mean he
course.
doesn't want to watch The Office reruns.
Up
Jim
next.
is coming back to the Scranton branch.
Oh my god. Did you hear
Michael
Jim's coming back?
David.
I thought
That's
he was
it.
going to be in Stanford, Connecticut.
Yeah, this was great, dude. Michael David killed it with this one, dude. I love it's just really good. Very good. Is there a C-side for
Mike
this? I
Dave?
can't remember.
No, it doesn't seem like it. Just the one comment. But this is cool, you know?
What is
It's,
that comment?
I know. This is one of my my favorite trends kind of that I've noticed in the group since like posting for October. It's like you take a photo and use a figure in it, obviously, and in the comments someone's like, oh, I have this figure too, and it's just a photo of it on their shelf.
Are people really doing that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, wow, cool, I have this too. And then they post a picture of it, like either in their hand or on their shelf.
Yeah.
That's great.
No way! Give me your PayPal. I'll send you $100 now. Amazing.
Oh man, yeah, this was great. I just loved the symmetry of it. Really nice lighting. Just really good. Just really, really good. The only thing that could have made it pop off just a little bit more is if he had like a red finger light and he cast some like orange or red coming from that flame. But you know,
yeah, for sure.
It looks like he did try to light it up with something, but I don't know that it was
just
what
didn't
he needed.
catch,
He probably needed something a little white to make the red kind of pop a little.
Or just a longer exposure to catch more of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expose him, huh?
Yeah, expose him for sure.
Expose him.
What's that whip really for? What's going on?
Exactly.
Indiana Jones torch exposed.
Let's go. Mark again, dude. Double feature. Crazy.
Oh man.
This is good. This is one of my favorite like trends in A.C.B.A. Of course, Simon Hill did it I think a year or two ago. And it's just really cool to see everybody's different takes on it. This is really good.
Yeah, this is cool.
This is fantastic. Just everything about it. The set building is like perfect, dude. I really can't think of anything
like,
else.
The light coming through a window like this and, you know, having it look good without totally blowing out the rest of the scene is a very underrated thing.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Highly underrated.
Yeah. This looks great, though. My God.
Great. Yeah, he killed it.
What
And
a
great use of the
bastard.
theme, too. Hoard it all.
I love his props. Damn, too. I love that he's got a little wet bar right there on the table.
That's it.
Oh, and you know what? It all comes back to Spider-Man. There's his chair. Norman.
I have nothing left except
It's
Spider-Man.
Amazing.
This was great, dude. Shout out to Cap Lives, dude. This was really, really sick.
You do be living.
He do be living. Cap Lives is I've noticed over the years that he's really honed in his skills in these really like tightly cropped shots, and he put like all of that work in like he put it to great use right here.
I too love a tight crop.
Yeah, one of my favorite. Do you know there's a deleted scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where he's this is the greatest segue, greatest tangent. There's a deleted scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where they're having the party with all the barnyard animals, and like it's the nosy neighbor that's like calling Miranda on the phone. Is it Miranda? Miranda Hillard? Yeah, Miranda Hillard, please.
That's the name. Miranda Hillard, please. Yeah.
So like there's a deleted scene where Robin Williams is like just like yelling at her because she has like a camcorder and she's like filming it for the police, and like he gets right in her face. He was like, yeah, come in for a real fucking tight shot. Come on right now. It's so funny.
Not the tight shot.
Come in, make sure you get a real tight shot. It's so funny.
These animals.
Incredible. But yeah, speaking of tight shots, here's Brian's photo. This was really good. And he's getting really great at like crowd building as well. I would like to think that he's been taking the constructive criticism we've given him on the show before, where we love to see like with crowd work hiding recognizable characters and just using like very common parts of these figures to build the crowd. Like, and it looks like that's exactly what he did here. Like, of course, all these hands and arms and stuff belong to iconic characters, but you don't see anybody's face. You don't see anything. It's great. This looks like just a normal crowd of people. You don't see Peter Parker in here or like some guy from Star Wars or whatever. So it's really good. And the panel work is really, really good. I love how the first 2 panels are in grayscale and the last one is in color. And I just love the cape work in the final panel too. It's just a great photo. Very, very
well, thankfully that won't be a problem much longer because with street humans on the scene, I mean, you're not going to need to reuse your hood all the time. You're the hood.
Poor Hood. Hood's winning. Hood's winning a figgy this year for sure.
Oh yeah,
Tell me about it.
Has that only been out a year? My God, I feel like we've got a lifetime worth of hoods.
Doesn't matter if it came out this year or last year. He's still winning something.
Yeah.
Speaking of street humans, can we just check in real quick and see where that is? I don't want to
Oh, yeah,
sidetrack
we're on it.
too much. I just want
It's you know what? It's got a bit of a bump, and he's added a few things to the campaign as well that I think have moved the needle quite a bit.
Yeah.
With 42K out of 120, he added new pants options. So now you can get the base offering of Ilago and Eon in camo or black pants for Ilago, and then the beige pants or blue jeans for Eon.
Yeah, he added the blue jeans for Eon and Ilago. He added the grays, and I think that's really good. More options, better.
I dig that a lot.
Yeah,
it makes me, who was going to get the 4-pack anyway, like feel like I get more out of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I understand where he was going with. I understand where he was going with the camo as well, but I will always take like these like classic colors over a camo pant. Yeah, and there's room for the camo as well in the collection as well.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Real John Cena moves. Come on, man.
That's true.
At first, it looked like this guy wasn't wearing pants at all. So now,
exactly. Where's his legs?
Don't disrespect a future member of the United States Marines.
Okay? Exactly.
These are my pants, mother, from Army.
from Army.
I'll be there someday, protecting us all.
Never thought I'd miss a hand so much.
We got 10 days. So we talked about it last time, but the part of the A.C.B.A. podcast effect, the campaign was extended to November 5th.
Let's go.
It's all us, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's us.
That's it. Remember,
we claim the success.
So let's get them numbers.
And at those prices, man, it's just crazy. Like, there's no other Kickstarter that I could think of that's been this cheap lately.
That's true. The price point is phenomenal.
Even Legendary, was near Mythic Legion's prices.
So it's a little over a third of the way there right now.
Yeah, a little over a third. Let's get it going. A lot of new backers added too. Like I think right around when we had him on, it was probably like 100 less than this, maybe 150. So there's been a lot of new like individual backers, which is nice.
I do feel like when other campaigns are successful, there is a trickle down effect on other things that are running.
Mm-hmm.
The zeitgeist.
Well, everybody's $225 lighter right now as of this Monday, Tuesday morning.
For sure. Whatever, so. Like I said, I do feel like people, when they get in the spirit of spending, they stay in the spirit of spending for a little while. So
yeah, for sure. Before that spirit drives up before the holidays, huh?
All right, we'll check back in with that. But great photo here from Brian. I do like the variation of the colors. Looks like he did his own cutout himself. My only thing that I didn't really like about this is that one non-fisted hand.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, since we have Brian here in the chat, what's up? You can find one more fist somewhere.
Hey, you know what? I seen a few music videos where they put up the trigger finger. Okay,
I guess
maybe it's.
I say that as someone who just did a photo last night where I had to use a trigger finger as almost like a pointing hand. So I get it. Sometimes you gotta make some
come hither of sorts.
But I tried to get the angle right so it looks more like a loose point than a full on.
Come here, please. Let me get a good look at you.
But they're not your regular kind of points. They're kind of like hip hop points.
A little bit, yeah. That's hip hop.
That's hip hop. They're not your regular kind of points.
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop.
Maybe he was using a Black Series figure and had no choice, right?
Oh, that's true.
He said I couldn't find
Find
another
another
fist.
fist.
I hate it.
In the
I hate
shot.
it in this shot too.
Put it in the
Oh,
back,
man.
Brian.
Oh
Yeah, right.
We love you, man. We love you. Yeah, put it in the back. What are you doing? Anyway, it's still a good shot. Still a good shot.
You know the wild part is that looks like one of the figures that has the like locked in hand too. That you can't even change that shit.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it's almost like in the sea of like fists. He's almost like, excuse me, can I actually?
1 minute.
Right.
You know what? I don't think I agree with what he last
Yeah,
said.
I don't know what I'm. Can you guys make some room?
Maybe he thinks he's at a cartel wedding and he's pretending to fire an AK-47 into the air.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no!
Very, very specific reference. I don't know.
That's all this
right.
podcast is.
Right.
That's all this podcast
I missed
is.
this one earlier because I did them out of order, but
Yeah, this one's nice.
great.
This one's cute. Just a
Emotion.
very nice, very nice. You know, again from Johnny Quick, Plastic Thunder here in the chat. Just a nice little photo, nice little homage to the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Great use of all the animal props I know that we all have rotting in some drawer somewhere, because I know everybody is exactly like me, and we buy mad animals just going like, I could use this. We never
Bro.
do.
Just wait for that Moses from Biblical Adventures to come out.
I've got an animal bin for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
All types of hard ass plastic tigers.
Yeah.
And shit.
Everybody's got 2 hyenas just waiting for the perfect Harley Quinn to
Right.
come out.
When that Revo Harley Quinn finally comes in, bro.
Oh yeah,
Game
your time
over
to
for
shine.
this one. It's fucking game over for them, bro.
Yeah, this was good. Nice subtle posing on the walking effect for Raccoon for Rocket as well, right here.
Yeah.
Very good.
Solid. I would have blasted probably just a tiny bit more light just to kind of highlight Rocket a little bit, but yeah, this definitely stood out to me too.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he had the same rim lighting that you see like this dinosaur over here have like on its thigh.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but good for
I feel like this one.
This
I
one's
think,
good.
is-
Yeah, I like this one. His B-side, it's very good.
Oh, the B side, yeah, the lighting pops a little bit more for sure.
Yeah. He
Very
just
good.
said that the mood hits harder without the purple for some reason.
Okay, I can see it. I can see it. That's it. Yeah, he just said it in the chat. In the comments, I actually did use more light, but went for a more muted look to not distract. Perfect. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hell
It's
yeah.
crazy how this cartoon character was the most emotional in this movie.
That's a sad ass movie, dude. It's a sad ass.
Oh my god, yeah. We had one more from your list, Poncho, and then
Okay.
the one that Rick just put. Here's
Another one from Alex LNC. I really wanted to
This
highlight.
angle's crazy.
Yeah, the angle is great.
Axel.
Oh, Axel, my fault. My bad. Yeah, I wanted to highlight this because the angle is really great, and I really like the use of like his posing as well. Again, just like standard, almost vanilla type posing, just very like relaxed posing. I love the posing between these 2 women down here at the bottom of the frame. You can really tell they're engaged in a conversation. Same thing with these 2 guys in like the gray jacket and the beige jacket right here. They're in a conversation as well. It's very nice. And I also really like, and I really admire that when he was posing, when he was setting up the books in Barb's hand right here, he just like scattered them. They weren't like perfectly stacked up, which is something that I do myself a lot. So it just I was like, you know what? Me too, baby. Me too.
what a nerd hoarding all the
Same
books.
Nerd.
But yeah, this is great. Another always great to see a kooky little angle, huh? This is something else, as Rick would say.
Something else. This is something else, man.
That's it. And Rick shared one too, right?
Yep. One
Yeah.
more here.
You think that we're gonna have a fucking podcast talking about the Spider-Man movies, and I'm not gonna feature the best Tobey Maguire shot of the entire October month?
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, brother. Look at this. Up
and away.
to a whole
Great
new
use of the
level.
theme.
Yeah.
Great use of the theme.
The hand gesture. See, Brian, this is how you use the holding hands. Just turn around, Brian. Just fucking around.
Go Web,
That's
go.
literally the first thing that popped into my head. Up and away.
No,
I
dude,
was
me
like,
too. You know what?
it's-
I was actually going to feature this, I think, a week or so ago, but like, I don't know. I had like a million tabs open and my computer just shit the bed.
Of course. Classic
Basically,
Dog.
you don't care about Vince. It's okay,
yeah,
whatever.
you know, the
If
secret's
you
out.
if you don't care about this man, just say that, bro.
Secret's
Just say
out.
that.
Secret's out. No, I gotta
Oh, yeah,
show some love for the Pinoy pendant of luck for my Pokemon
Yeah,
polls.
I saw him. I saw him like mid doing this shot and trying to figure things out. And
Mhm.
man, the fact that he was able to get this shot with the skin tones not
Yeah.
looking like they're completely different, and like the head like looking good on the body, it's crazy. Can't believe it.
Yeah, the head is much
He'd
smaller
say
than
he'd
this
sent me
body.
he'd sent me a couple pictures where I was like, man, this tip might not work. And then he sent me this one, and I was like, oh man, what the fuck? Like, how did he make it look like the skin tone is like exactly the same, and like the sizing of it works so well? It's crazy.
It's very good.
Dedication and time, buddy.
Vin is killing it.
So good.
Yo,
What a
Vin,
guy.
you're
What a
killing
guy,
it.
this Vince. You know what? Yeah, where's Sonny at? Sonny.
Yeah. Where's he at? So this is the final stretch of October. We will have one more highlight segment hopefully before the month ends. In this Friday's show, hopefully we'll have a couple to show. But obviously, after the event is over, we'll be looking through the whole thing entirely, and we will. What do you call it?
Oh,
This
excuse
guy
me.
loves you.
Oh, this guy's popular, huh? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, wow.
Blowing up his line.
Oh, love how every tab was like.
But yeah, after the event is over, we'll be doing like a highlight of a bunch of stuff that we didn't feature before, and then we'll be announcing winners. We'll do the spin for the random day. We'll do a whole bunch of fun stuff, and then
and we'll do things like all of us will pick like our favorite shots or something.
okay,
Or
hell yeah, dude.
make it interesting. I cannot tell you how much people in the community have been like, I really hope you guys do an October podcast. So
Yeah.
maybe next Wednesday, because Tuesday is the last day of October next week. So maybe Wednesday would be like a really good October.
Yeah,
Or we can even
recap.
wait until Friday. if that works.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
people
God, I hope
like
it's no news.
they're really hyped. They're really hyped on an October podcast.
yeah. This year, I want to open the lines up, baby. I want to get some callers in.
Open the lines.
Yeah.
up.
Same
Open
thing we
them
did
up.
last
The
year.
floodgates, as it were.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm ready for the incoming Baba Booies. Come on, man.
I think it'd be great to open up the lines and get people on here. Just say what their favorite shot was, their most like difficult shot, and just share some stories from October. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Incredible.
That's
Incredible.
true. So that's it, baby. That's it. That's it for October. We'll check back in on Friday. Good luck. Until then, tomorrow's theme is suit up.
Suit up, baby.
Suit up, baby. You ever been suited before?
That's true.
Suited and
Zooted.
booted, as they say.
Oh, okay.
New suit goofing.
New suit goes
New
$16,000
suit.
suit. Come on. Oh man.
Honey, where is my super suit? But yeah,
Hell
a
yeah.
lot of really great stuff going on.
Mhm.
I have a lot of
All
tabs
right.
to close.
Them tabs is giving me anxiety. Come on, close it.
I know, right?
Oh
Let's get
man,
into some news.
if only Boog could see my computer, he'd have a fucking aneurysm. The amount of tabs I got open, baby.
Oh Jesus! How do I? What is the best way to do this? Hang on.
Oh no.
There we go. Do that,
The
and we'll
monsters.
do that, and we'll do that. Hey,
What is
There you go.
happening? You got to close
Figured it
them.
out. He got
That's the
this.
point. You got to close them.
I can't when they're so like small. I can't actually like get the X to show.
Oh,
I
you just
hate it when I do that. Yeah.
if you have a,
so I
if you
gotta
have a
close them all
mouse,
here.
hit the middle mouse hit the mouse wheel and it closes it no matter where you
No way.
Yeah. Anywhere on the
What are you,
tab.
some kind of shortcut king or something.
Well, you never know.
Some kind of shortcut king.
All right, what's going on with Tamashii? They had a reveal.
Okay, let's
Who's this
talk.
guy?
All right, let's talk about it, baby.
Who's this
It's
guy?
not
Tell me.
Queel, baby.
I mean, I know, but tell the audience.
Would you like the honors, Rick, or you want me?
I think I just want to add. I think that it's always hilarious when we see how the Japanese phonetically spell things in English. I think all of us were calling this guy CUI when we'd call him Kui.
Oh yeah, Kui.
And we were not even fucking close. It's KYEWI. Amazing. I
Kui.
seen
I
it
used to
earlier.
do the
I was
same
like,
thing. Remember the band CKY?
Oh no,
yeah.
I used to call them Sky.
Sky.
There you go. I used to do the same thing. Sky. Or Jared doing wearing the Sky shirt?
Yeah.
I tell myself. I know people hate it, but I don't care, and I think it's great that this is another DLC item, baby. On top of being
I
something
love
that
it.
you dream of getting.
I
Look at
love
that.
it, dude.
These poses are kind of nutty, but I don't
Dude,
fucking care.
this head sculpt right here is what dreams are made of. This is
Dude.
this is the this is just like the daydream kind of thing. If you go over to the next slide, this is full blown REM cycle sleep. The next one. REM cycle sleep dreaming, baby. Right here.
This is crazy.
This is unreal.
This is the head sculpt a third party would make, and you wish that Bandai would.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Guess what? Wake up. You don't gotta wish.
Why don't you put a little makeup, baby? Exactly. It's This is exactly what I want from Bandai. It's just more like crazy expressive stuff. And like you were saying, Fabio, go ahead.
Extra DLC for Vegeta.
DLC, baby. You know what? I understand That's true. And hand. I understand the sentiment that's happening around the community right now, where a lot of people don't really like this DLC format.
They're wrong.
Well, you know what? My nice guy mode. I feel for these people. I understand how they don't feel like they want to be like locked behind like this like weird paywall to get like a proper Vegeta figure. But for somebody like me that is already going to get all these figures, for somebody like me who is a fan of the line and this is like their main line, this makes it more fun for me. Like I can grab like a Vegeta and a Kui all day long, but like it's just really cool to have like more incentive to pick up these like side characters. I think it's really fun. I do think, to be fair, I do think that they went a little nutty with Gohan. Some of those DLCs for Gohan did feel a little egregious, like the windswept hair that was barely windswept and stuff like that. But like,
it's egregious.
but like, I believe, like I was saying in the chat with everybody, I believe that we're gonna get Monster Zarbon for sure. Every soldier that we saw from that poll a couple of years ago, and then the stuff that we saw with like the pictures of the markers and stuff like that, I think we're getting everybody, and they're locking Vegeta parts behind every single one of them.
Hell yeah!
And it's also just a smart thing to do. Like me and Poncho are excited for this guy, but what if somebody's like on the fence and they're like, I kind of want this Kui, and then they see that fucking head, and they see that hand,
tell the audience,
like, oh yeah,
who this is though. Give us some insight here. Who is he in the army?
Henchman, baby. He's just a henchman.
He's a high ranking henchmen of Frieza's army, baby. He's Vegeta's #1 hater throughout his whole life. He's the biggest shit talker of all time. And earlier in the Saiyan saga, he was they were kind of like close in power, but like Kui is a very pivotal character in Vegeta's rise to power, because the famous scene of him is like Vegeta coming back from battle, and of course this is when they're implementing that Saiyans like double their power whenever they are like close to death. Kui doesn't know this, and then Vegeta like completely effortlessly overpowers Kui, and which results in this great head sculpt right here. So a pivotal scene, a pivotal character in Vegeta's rise to power, and I'm so glad he's getting a figure. I cannot wait.
This is one of those typical characters, Boog, that like sees the person they're gonna fight and is like, bro, you're gonna get fucked up, Vegeta. You're about to get fucking murked. And he finds out that he's absolutely wrong and instantly gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
It's that kind of character.
See, a lot of characters are like that in this arc. It was great.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that head sculpt.
This fucking head sculpt is money.
Yeah, it's
I love it, man, yeah.
incredible.
When I first seen the thing, the link that Pancho sent to the chat, I was like, man, what is this? First we get that fake Revoltech Venom picture, and now we get this. Just because I saw the SH figure art, so I thought like this is fake. Like if this was real, I thought it would have said like Kong or fucking some sort of fucking, you know,
Mm-hmm.
East deity of some kind, you know. When I saw the SH figure, I was like, this isn't real. And then I saw the shit say Instamotion. I was like, oh shit.
It's real,
It's
baby.
real.
They're real and they're
This is
fantastic.
the only way to celebrate Pancho's announcement.
Yeah, that's why I named the stream Dream Stream, because everybody's dreams are coming true this week.
Yeah, especially Scott's Tots.
Especially mine.
Scott's Tots. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And we got a super chat from Brad Harper who says, 2 quiz, please, Mr. Tamashii.
Yes, I call him Kui. Hop off me.
Hop off. That's like a little inside joke that we have on the voice chat. We like call everybody Mr. Blank. We go, yes, Mr. Figma. Like, please.
A round of quiz for the table, please.
Mr. Ryan Revoltech, for the love of God, please. The space venoms all around. You know? Yeah.
Except you're actually
works
called Mr. Mezco, so it's a little different there.
Yeah, Mr. Mezco. BXTR works just hit us with a super chat $4.99 with 4 fist bumps. BXTR. If there was only a baby fist bump on there, we'd be fisting you right now.
No.
What? Isn't that how you say it? Is that not how you say it? Chat, sound off below.
Yeah, man, this is great. I cannot wait until this comes. I cannot wait for this, and I cannot wait for inevitably Monster Zarbon to come out. I cannot wait for that.
And this is surely a P Bandai. There's no way.
There's no way it's not. This is the kind of figure that's strategically and built from the ground up for premium Bandai, and a Tamashii Web exclusive. There's no question. You're never going to see this at Target.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I don't know if we discussed it on the show, but how weird is it that Vegeta is a P Bandai, huh? How odd is that?
Yeah, I thought for sure that it was going to be
they'd shown it before, right?
Like a Target thing.
Yeah. We've seen it. It's been up on P Bandai for a while. Just the fact that it's a P Bandai exclusive is really weird. They usually never do like a main character that's like a super known form like that. Like if it's ever P Bandai, it's like something really obscure or like.
I thought it was going to be the
damage version.
I thought it was going to be the same situation as like the Gohan, especially since he's being like kitted out like this. I thought at least he would be a general release, not necessarily found at like Targets and whatnot, but at least at like Barnes and Noble or something.
Amazon and
Amazon,
Big Bad Toy Store.
What's the ratio Vegeta to Goku?
It's like Goku's 1 to 5.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe like 2 to 5. Oh no, that's being 2 to 6. How about 2 to 6?
There's like
same as it's the same as Stanley Nichols to Shrootbucks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Unicorns to Leprechauns, exactly.
Unicorns to Leprechauns.
Yeah, there's like over 120 figures now, and like 40 of them are Goku. So it's a pretty big ratio.
Those are some Todd numbers.
Get ratioed.
You know what's funny?
Yeah,
you know what's funny is that
right there.
But you know the difference is though, and what's funny is that even with all those Gokus, like, man, a lot of these fucking Gokus, like more than half of them, go for stupid money. Even Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, which was like the most overpopulated Goku, it before this recent like re-release, it went for pretty stupid money.
Yeah, that's the cycle, man.
Crazy.
It's the FOMO cycle.
So as much as like, you know, it is akin to Todd with all his Batmans, at least people really want these Gokus, but I don't know if people want all these damn Batmans.
Hell yeah. All right, what's next?
There was one more Tamashii, right? People were talking about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gear 5,
and
baby.
Other Goku. Gear 5, yeah. Gummy limbs confirmed?
Yeah, wired limbs, dude.
What?
Yeah, bendy wire in these bad boys, baby.
And speaking of DLC, once you get to the last slide, there is another DLC for this that's also super, super smart.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most smart uses of DLC ever. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Absolute perfect sense.
Love it. So good.
Yeah, man.
Super, super cool.
Sure. A lot of people a lot of people are worried about the wired limbs, especially people in like more like tropical and like humid places around the world. My heart goes out to them for sure.
Oh man, yeah, South America.
Don't live in
Sorry.
those places.
I don't live in any of those
Sucks
places, so it
to
doesn't
be
really
you.
bother. It doesn't, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah,
So
just
therefore,
don't-
it's
It's not
invisible
gonna
to me.
affect me. Yeah, it's not gonna affect me. So who cares? Huh?
Better yet, just don't live at all. No,
That's
I'm
true.
sorry. There was this Goku too, right?
Yeah, Super Saiyan God Goku, one of the most sought after and like most begged for re-releases of all time, is finally getting a re-release at like at an entry level price. Couldn't be happier.
Entry level price, yeah, amazing.
I'm just
It's needed to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm just excited to get another crack at like getting like this buck, because this is like one of my favorite like Goku bucks of all time. It's like I really enjoy it. I really
Put
dig
some
it.
bare feet on this buck, huh?
I'm saying, that's the it's the dream.
Come on,
Yeah, this looks
Bandai,
good.
where you at?
I would pick this up again. Yep.
Very, very nice.
I think
Wait,
I
is
think
it a true re-release or there's some type of color difference? on
There's a
this one?
color difference for sure. It's like a little pearlescent. It's more like saturated as well. And I think it's gonna come with less accessories as well. Maybe like one less faceplate, maybe, or one less set of hands,
yeah,
or something.
So you're saying we might see this one at Target?
That we'll see this
We
one
are.
in Target for sure. It's the same situation as like when they re-released like Goku Black and stuff, but he didn't have like all the extra parts for him. Same thing with like the Frieza and the Trunks and whatnot. Not the Trunks, but like the Frieza got a re-release and stuff, but he has less parts and whatnot. So
yeah,
There it
and
is.
completely unrelated, but I saw an OG of the community, Mr. Mad Gus, in the comments asking
I
to
saw it.
confirm the 3-pack Viper showing up at Ross for $15. It's confirmed, Gus. Somebody found like 20 of them in a store, so I think you'd be pretty
Which-
hard
which 3-pack?
pressed to find the Vipers 3-pack GI Joe.
Oh yeah, somebody
pretty-
just showed me that a few hours ago actually too.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think you'd be
Gus,
pretty
what
hard
was you
pressed to find a
talking about?
collector that had that many to put them in a store.
Yeah, Gus, what were you talking about on Netflix? I like previewed your message, but I didn't open it up. But yeah, somebody showed me the 3-pack picture earlier today. It might have been Danny. I was actually with Danny and Ed today. We all
Hell
had
yeah,
lunch
your
together.
son.
Your night out with the sun. Huh?
That's right. Yeah, an afternoon. They both
I'll be
Afternoon,
right back.
afternoon with the sun. Afternoon.
came by my job and we hung out for a little while.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful,
Must be
beautiful.
nice.
What else we got
Is
with
there anything?
I think that's it for Tamashii.
I mean, there's more, but I don't think like
We got a lot of
this
other
is
stuff
Kamen
to
Rider
get to.
stuff. That's Common Rider stuff. Although there's a lot of people in the chat that would like it. Like it's just sure would bore.
More like Common Rider. You see him everywhere. There's just
There's
so
the
many.
SKC Baby, Shinkocho Seiho,
This
Sure.
is
Saga.
a very unique design. I've never seen a Kamen Rider that looks quite like this.
Yeah, I wish Shinkocho Seiho
Ooh.
wasn't such a fucking pain in the ass to get on Ami Ami. It's a battle, man. It's like nearly impossible, I swear.
Yeah, there's a battle
Brad
going on
Harper.
right
It's
there.
Toku, who cares? Brad.
And here's an Ultraman.
Exceed X. God, these Japanese names are so ridiculous. Like I know you and Boog are not like super into Japanese media, but like it's so funny when you see these names that are very obviously ridiculously Japanese. Like when it's something the black, something the
I love
X.
that.
Like
I
it's
love
just
it.
it's so absurd. It's the best. I love that shit.
Okay, well we can get into we're still waiting for D-Walt to come on to talk the Giant Man.
Oh well, there's something else we should talk about beforehand.
See
Yeah,
if,
somebody check in with him. You can get ready.
Yeah, I'll check in.
And
If he wants.
we have
sure.
something else to talk about. Can you go to Lagos page? You ever heard of him? Lago Figs, great man.
Yeah, he's one of
Good
the Street Humans characters.
Yeah. He's
You
a
could touch
real
on
human
that.
from the streets.
Oh, you want to talk about this, huh?
Yeah. Stop frothing at the mouth, Bug. It's here. Don't worry.
You drink the Big Mac sauce out the bottle. Let's go.
Yeah, my comment.
Oh man, 9 gag, huh? Wow.
Amazing.
Are we talking about?
What are we
Metal Gear
doing?
Solid
Shadow
What are we
Moses
doing?
Unisex cologne.
No. Did you want to talk about that third party one? It's the one next to this one, Fabio. Did
Oh,
you want to
sick.
talk about this one?
Deities.
The deity from the beast side?
You
Look at
could-
those
man.
fucking rabbit heads.
That,
Jesus Christ.
I'm into it.
You could also check out the brutal real realm toys.
Yeah,
all
we'll
fun,
talk
too.
about that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're killing time for David. What's going on? Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering.
All right, cool. Yeah, this is
Ready or whatever.
the ever elusive beast deities. This is the space moon rabbit, whatever they're calling it. It's Vegeta.
Yeah.
But this is great, dude. This is Xeno Vegeta. If you don't know the character of Xeno Vegeta, it's from the Dragon Ball Heroes universe. If you've never heard of the Dragon Ball Heroes universe, strap in. It is the nuttiest thing you've ever heard. So the Dragon Ball Heroes universe, I think, is like a separate universe. It's for like a game. It's for a card game in Japan, of course. But there's also the video game has been released in America too, called Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Heroes. If you've been seeing anime clips of just the most insane stuff you've ever seen, like Goku, Ultra Instinct Goku versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku fighting each other, it's from the promotional anime for this card game, Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yep.
And this has been going on for years and years. I'm talking like, 10, 15, maybe even 15 years at this point.
Long time, yeah.
A very long time. And the whole game exists just basically as like a toy chest for Dragon Ball characters to interact with each other. They always do like characters from movies interacting with other people. It's basically like, I think the whole thing takes place in somebody's mind or something. I can't remember the semantics of it, but like there's like real versions of characters, and then there is the version of the character as seen through the mind of another character. It's really weird. So that's why you get like 2 versions of Goku on screen at the same time. You have like different versions of the same Z-Cast. They have like different outfits on or whatever.
Fusions.
Weird fusions for sure. Adult Gotenks. All that being said, it's a wacky Japanese, used to be Japanese exclusive game where it's just basically just Dragon Ball What If, basically. And Vegeta is depicted like this in the show. This is Xeno Vegeta, Time Breaker Vegeta as well. He has like a mask right here, right next to the windswept hair. And this is basically just like a version of Vegeta that exists outside of time and is like a boss to the game or whatever. But like it's
shout out Chamba. Shame the rabbit head doesn't have more expressions. Lowballing us. He's taking the real shit. Love it. You gotta listen to Chamba more often. This man knows what he's talking about. This guy.
There's no question. There's absolutely no question. But yeah, man, this is crazy. Absolutely nutty. It's cool to see that they're finally going through with like, of course they were going through Beast Deities before, but like that whole shift happened in the middle of their Super Saiyan 5 Goku release. And speaking of that, we have seen in hand on the shelf photos of Super Saiyan 5 Goku on that 3.0 buck. It looks incredible. But yeah,
it's right under, it's like I think right under this post.
Yeah. But like this is the first time we're seeing it from like the design level. So like before, when they were doing Beast Deities with the Super Saiyan 5 Goku, they had to do some crazy shit where one's like a pen holder and emotional brilliance or whatever they were calling it. But like it's cool to see it from the render level where it's gonna have like the rabbit head and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's good on them for being slick and just dodging that lawsuit that I'm sure holds a lot of water. So
a lot of water that Tablos holds. Huh?
Hey, but you know what? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't know Spanish laws in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if they're really tight with China and they can get shit done. You know,
True. Well, I'm a big fan of maritime law, so if we ever get in a situation like that, well, that's why I was an expert when those Gohans fell into the ocean. So. So let me ask a question. You had your finger on the pulse of that story, right, Rick?
Which one?
like the Gohans falling into the ocean. Did they
Mhm.
retrieve those things, or are they just lost?
No. They're lost.
Hell.
They never retrieved
That's
those.
what I thought. So I saw a clip on another podcast, not a toy podcast or anything. It's just a podcast that just happened to dip into the realm of toys. And they the person on the podcast was telling the story about how they fell into the ocean. And then he was like, but those things are like sealed, like airtight sealed. So they retrieved them. And I'm like, I don't really know. If they were airtight sealed, then why did they sink to the bottom of the ocean? Ever think about that? But I think it's somebody just getting caught up in the story of it. So I just wanted to make sure if maybe I got wrong information.
They won't even go to the ocean floor to retrieve wreckages.
That's true.
They go to retrieve these Gohans.
That's what I thought too. I was like, I don't know, but it's still a great podcast story to tell.
It makes for a funner story that way.
Yeah,
perfectly.
for sure. The story's already fun with them falling in.
Yeah, they got divers out there. They got the fucking guy behind the Titanic movie to get his crane. And that's a much funner story.
They
than
sent
like,
down
done.
a $1 billion submarine to retrieve a $60 Gohan that's out of scale. Oh man! All right, okay.
I think they tried that and the submarine imploded.
Well,
Oh my god!
For those Gohans, no love lost.
Like, yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see.
Oh,
I
hold
wanted
on.
to show this. Dude,
Wait.
is this your guy?
Oh,
Okay,
Mustachio.
this is crazy. What is happening, dude?
I have new pictures. It's not as bad, but it's still not good.
This
They
is
really
wild.
cranked up the HDR on this photo.
Yeah, this thing is deep fried, bro. Like, you know what? As a true SHF shill, I'm still excited to get this figure. But you better believe I'm painting over this mustache, baby. This
I just sent in the podcast chat all the new pictures. So this is taken with much better lighting. Like it's not in like some back room in Hong Kong. Like
Okay, but Rick, this doesn't help
okay.
the narrative that I'm trying to establish.
Okay.
That domestic figures are better than imports because it makes it look bad.
All right, yeah. Shout out to who is this? Isaac Wong? Is this who always takes this
might have
stuff?
been. I think it was Isaac Wong. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't as bad, but I'm still painting over this this top lip caterpillar for sure. This is crazy.
And then the top of the hair, like what? I don't understand why these companies, and it's not just Bandai. You know, sometimes it's Hasbro, sometimes it's McFarlane, whoever it is. Why they want to have like crazy accuracy in one instance and then don't give a shit about it another. So let me not call any of those companies. That's so mean. But like, why? Like, I do get it. His hair is graying. He's a fucking old man. But like, we don't give a shit. This isn't a hot toy. Like, what's going on here? I don't think
this doesn't look great.
Color, like, why?
Whoa.
Rick,
out of a Bandai SHF. Come on, man.
Rick, you're getting jacked into the Matrix, brother. You are.
I was surfing the web or what? I was getting lost in it, etc.
Yeah, there's the.
Yeah, this is nutty.
Like, what is the point of this?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Or like
dude.
when they over-engineer things, like what's happening?
Yeah, like put this effort somewhere else, right?
Yeah. Why be that obsessed with the like, hey, look at this picture of Willem, he's graying. Like, oh, we better get that on the sculpt. Like,
yeah, I think I think this is another telltale sign of they got key art. Like they didn't even see they haven't even seen Willem they haven't seen a screenshot from the film. This is just
hey, that's our glider. We gotta stop talking about this shit. It's just gonna lead us down this road.
And like it's so funny. There's a picture of the pumpkin bomb. Like I'd rather not have that graying hair and then have metallic paint for that pumpkin.
Yeah,
bomb.
right.
Yeah,
give me that pass.
That pumpkin. Dude, that pumpkin bomb doesn't even look up to like Marvel Legends standards.
and really, even how are there people still like? No, I'm cool. I don't ever need a Marvel Legends Toby Spider-Man again. I still got my Toy Biz.
I got the Toy Biz right here.
Oh my god, who would say that? Huh?
This thing is crazy standing up straight.
Idiots.
But I will say that you know, in some instances, the thing still holds up a little bit. You know, I'll be that guy.
In very specific angles.
Oh my God, it's the hierarchy of the Moffex toilet.
Hold on,
right there.
hold on. There was one more. There was one more
art.
thing. There was one more thing you were supposed to go back to. So
Oh sure,
you got to go back to
just once again with the weird fucking key art where it clearly is not Willem.
No,
fuck,
that's William.
Yeah, it looks like
that's William Dafoe.
I think we said this before, but it looks like Halloween costume sort of.
This is Spirit of Halloween, Willem Dafoe, no question.
Yeah, the Spirit of Halloween, baby, the Spirit of Massachusetts. Can you go back to the Tamashii page really quick?
Yes.
There was one. It's a really big thing. And click their stories, and go to their second story. Hey, this right here is basically announcing that they're making Demon Slayer.
Oh no shit!
So,
that's cool.
Colors, Rick. How can you possibly know that?
Throw away your Figmas. Sell your Buzz mods.
Please sell the Buzz mods to me for a reasonable price.
They're too expensive. They're crazy. I don't get it. But yeah, that was the other big thing too. It's gonna get announced on November 5th, I think. Something like that. So, that was another big thing. Thank you to Flamingo Sauce for reminding me.
Shouts out to Flamingo Sauce.
This
guy or girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
what was the other photo you want me to show?
That was it.
Oh, there was one more thing on these photos now.
Yeah, I was saying you can check out the Brutal Realm toys.
On Lagos he meant, not on this.
Oh, I see.
With a big buff man.
This one.
Look for Big Buff Man. There he is.
Big Buff Man.
Big Buff. This is He-Man.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
This is Ogun, god of iron in West Africa Yoruba mythology.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've been in contact with one of the people from here, and they are very eager to come on the show once prototype is done. But they got a lot of different renders and what have you on their feed. You can check it out real quick. But I think these might be some interesting, foreground or background characters. Or
Oh, let's go, dude.
Whoa.
Damn, that skull head looks like it's right up Fabio's alley. Damn, that chief head is crazy.
Hello.
Damn, so skull head
with sweet hair. That's me.
It's you.
Skull head. Dude, that's your hair. Just a little longer, but it's you.
Mm-hmm. Pretty skeletal, yes.
That's you in 3 months, Fabio.
That would be a great head for a Taskmaster. That chief head is crazy with the feathers and whatnot.
This one
is nuts.
Cool too.
That one's really
Owl
cool.
King.
Yeah.
Dude, Owl King.
And yeah, we gotta have these people on. So Owl King.
King.
Oh my. Oh,
damn, these guys are fucking huge.
I'm saying, witness me, baby.
The barbarian.
Nico was working with these guys too, by the way.
Nico has his hands in all sorts of stews, baby.
Yeah, fucking professionals. What you're talking about?
I'm
other night he was at
Gentle Giant.
He was at Diamond the other night. Gentle Giant. There we go. That Gentle Giant.
Yeah, he was.
Saying you love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're purposefully doing the witness me like poses.
Oh, this is cool. He's
Mother, I crave violence.
Jacked up skeleton guy.
Yeah, so obviously these could double as antagonists or whatever for
or protagonists.
Or protagonists for any sort of
fantasy stuff. Yes,
fantasy stuff and Conan and all that different type of shit should be pretty interesting. I'm eager to see the actual prototypes though. I did see one. I don't know if they shared that picture. I like I said, I've been in contact with one of the people from here, so I've seen a couple of prototype pictures. But yeah,
scoops.
You're inside contact.
We'll see. We'll see how this unfolds. So we'll
Boog has made first contact.
Okay, Fabio.
Let's
now
get
you
to
can
the
go
real
back.
meat and potatoes real quick.
Yeah, you can go back to probably the most, believe it or not, more than Giant Man. It's probably the most anticipated topic this week.
Yeah, for a lot
the
of
amount of people that have been commenting on waiting for this moment would shock you.
You won't believe how
Can we
many
take some?
people
Okay,
have been
before we
waiting
do
for
it
this
though,
figure.
let's build up anticipation. Let's get some super chats going first. We got a bunch to catch up on. I think Snowcat was the last one. So we had Brownie Jacob coming in with 199 right after that, saying, "Yo, congrats on the good news, Poncho."
Thank you, Brownie.
Wow, Brownie Jacob.
We got 199 from Dusked, just jerked off. Love it.
Squeeze me
for the term J-ing O, please. We try to keep it clean.
for the term J-ing O.
J-ing O.
Yes. Did we see that hypocritical vid from Anthony Custom? I mean, that's a loaded question. I've seen many vids from him. I don't know which one you're referring to. So,
there was.
Thank you for the 199. Aaron Easton with another $2. Thank you, Aaron Easton. Asked, did anyone notice Giant Man has 111 on his head?
Conspiracy. It's a Dan. Where are you? I hope you're still in the comments. Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
We'll touch on that when we get to the Giant Man topic here, real quick. But we had Boog, the man, the myth, the legend, hit us with $10. He said that Burberry Pokemon baby shower photo is going to be fire. Congrats, Posh.
Oh, baby. Straight from fucking Metro Manila, baby.
Oh, man. And then I think we had one more. Yeah, here we go. From Brad Harper. Oh, no, we got that one.
Oh, we read that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. We are caught up. Let's get into the real topic, what everybody's baiting their breath for. McFarlane toys, baby.
No,
there it is.
Where you at?
Not like this.
We're talking about.
You thought.
We need Pac in here because we're talking about Pacific Rim.
No.
Wow.
Pacifico Rim. His name is Pacific. Anyway, Pacific Rim is being done by McFarlane. This is actually the last one, so we'll go in order, I suppose.
This is a monkey's paw situation.
They're just they're begging us to talk about McFarlane on this podcast. If they're doing some Pacific Rim stuff.
Are they offering a different building with each one of these?
It's I think the same building with different tops.
What? Oh, different tops. Okay.
And these are 4-inch scale buildings.
Yeah.
With a street section and some tunks. And in order, first wave is kicking it off with Cherno Alpha.
Not my favorite Jaeger. Not like this.
And these are 4-inch figures. These are like glorified fucking
page punchers.
Page punchers.
These are page punchers.
Yeah. And we got Knife Head.
Not my favorite. Not my favorite.
What's the price normally on the page punchers? Are those $20?
They better not be.
Yeah, I think they're like these are going to be $20
or something. These are sure to be.
These ones right here. Yeah, these are $20 for sure.
Oh, geez, and they're available for pre-order now. We'll check the link in the bio in a sec. But here is Crimson Typhoon.
Another great mech.
These have no paint.
No. What is happening?
These are Happy Meal toys, bro. What the hell?
Why would they have paint? What are you talking about?
Here is Leatherback.
Great kaiju.
From okay, and there's Gypsy Danger.
This one got a pass. Got a little red pass right there, and a little yellow.
A little red and yellow hits. Yeah, maybe.
Man, it's like we in some kind of Pacific Rim.
What about Otachi? Oh, this one comes with jets and a helicopter. That's good fucking luck getting it up there to fly around. And what about Striker Eureka? I feel like if I say the name all cool, it'll make up for how lackluster the actual product is.
This is a real Brink situation.
Is it working?
Are they going to actually be doing these in a larger scale, or this is only for this 4-inch size?
It really seems like it's only the 4-inch right now. Because doesn't Diamond still have this license for 7-inch? Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters.
I don't think they announced one way or another if like this is it or if they're gonna do more. I don't think they announced one way or another yet.
Yeah, I think they're maybe just doing this to gauge whether the market is there for the 7-inch stuff. They probably even already have the 7-inch stuff like ready to go, and there's waiting for it to hit or whatever. I don't know.
Well, anything that costs a lot of plastic, he's in.
I could see strategically why they would show this first if they do have to.
I was going to say
have a backup with the 7-inch stuff, but these look like ass. So let's go ahead and breeze through these.
Okay. Well, what about Raiju?
Actually, can we just skip this altogether?
No, we can't, because lastly, there's a starter pack with 3 4-inch scale figures, 4 rebuildable towers, 4 street sections, and 24 vehicles plus 2 Pacific Rim comics. I'm going with the caps that they're so
all right.
gracious.
And Amazon exclusive.
What?
I said, and this is an Amazon exclusive.
This one, yeah. The other ones I think are select retailers.
Dude,
these are $20.
Shout out to Tyree Jackson, who says we need Jokerized kaijus.
Oh my god, we do.
There we go. This guy's got his head on straight.
I'm really just kind of like looking at this to see if it's worth,
No, it's not. It's not.
Buildings alone
and stuff, and like
they will be when they show up to Ross.
No. Save your because these buildings are going to be 4-inch scale, so they're going to look hella small compared to any other kaiju you have in your collection. It's literally not worth it.
Tower over, yeah.
Save your $20 and just pay somebody who 3D prints buildings to 3D print you a building. Go to iPop Designs or something like that.
I was about to ask you they break down because I see the cuts in it, but they do.
They do.
They do, but like for what? These look terrible.
They look so bad.
Okay. There's one more thing we need to talk about, and so I'm not trying to open it up to talk about more McFarlane, but there's one thing we do have to talk about, and it's that damn Lobo.
Yeah, I do want to talk about the Lobo because, as I said in the chat, I really don't understand what the hype for Lobo is.
Come on, Fabio, you've been to enough metal shows to understand what real rock and roll looks like. Come on, what are you talking about?
This is the guy that goes to every metal show and tries to tell him how, like, you don't know a good concert. I once went to blank blank, bro, back in '97. That was the best concert ever.
I was at the Super Bowl when Creed played, man, and they had the dude. They did Higher, and he did the sweet like gymnastic swing, and he like flew.
He truly went higher.
Yeah.
And this thing, you know what? At first, I seen this thing and I was like,
stupid. I'll just go ahead and say it. As I said in our chat, dude, it is like what weekend warrior dads envision themselves as.
Yeah, shout out to this 90s head sculpt. I saw this thing and I thought like, oh, this is cool. Like that Lobo was pretty popular. Like this is a nice thing to do. You get the bike, you get the dog.
Sure.
And then they showed the price. Jesus Christ.
What's the price?
This thing costs more than the Batmobile. What the fuck is going on?
How much is it?
I don't remember off the top of my head. It's
Amazon I'll check the link in bio. Sure, they got you engaged in their goddamn post.
We were talking about it on Wade's stream last night. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was something absurd.
This is awful. They don't even have the fucking link here. Very bad.
That's unfortunate.
On principle. But also, I hate Lobo. I think it's stupid.
I don't remember what it is, but it's something absurd, like $80 or something like that, like $70 or something. It's crazy. That's all I remember.
How much was the Batmobile?
The Batmobile was $60, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's inexpensive. $70.
Oh yeah, this thing is $70. Yeah, $70. That's absurd.
Really dumb.
That dog better like be a real dog. $70.
Here's the whole
$74.99. $74.99. Jesus Christ.
Rick, it comes with a whole vehicle.
This is the second Lobo that we've gotten from McFarlane, though, right?
Yeah,
it's the same Lobo. Yeah, it is. But this is the same one re-released with new head sculpts and the
new head.
I have the Lobo right here, right next to me,
and the dog. It also comes with the dog.
He does come with a dog.
The dog is a static piece.
Yeah, and it looks like it's static, and it's funny because everybody was like pretty excited. They were like, "Oh shit! Like we could just use this with the Storm Collectibles, Lobo." And this thing is fucking $74. It's crazy. Just wait, Amazon's gonna discount this thing to like a stupid price. So
Yeah.
you're chilling.
Like somebody in the
This thing-
like, is there really like is Lobo like actually a very popular character? I don't know.
You're saying if they make a Mezco one, you wouldn't buy it?
I mean, on principle, I'd have to, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's different.
I want to make sure.
I'd still be like, why? There's so many other things they could have done first.
Why are they making me do this? I mean, they did a what's his name? KG Beast, like one of the most super obscure villains.
Yeah, and it was just a good figure.
Oh, what if they make a Lobo and it's a good figure?
Well, I mean, it's Mezco, it will be, but you know.
Yeah,
I'd rather
Okay.
just not pay $74.99 for this in the event that I just put that money towards that hypothetical Mezco. That's how saving money works.
I like where your head's at, man. I like where your head's at. Let's move on to the next topic.
The other one that
Tom
was kind of
Yanni.
a buzzing was
No,
they're finally doing a
please,
classic
no.
Wonder Woman. That's it.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Look at those knees. They're the worst thing you've ever seen. Just buy the Power Princess.
Yeah. And okay.
This is
Other
garbage.
than the Roblox knee, she looks good. Love a good
This
Roblox.
is no
reference.
good. She's gonna be 2 inches taller than every other character in her line.
Yeah.
She's technically on Amazon.
Shout out to Pock Photos. Pock Photos said, "Whoa, I made it just in time. Let's look to the sides." Oh my god.
All right. What was the other thing?
And you know what? It's not like that Lobo's bad or anything. It's just really expensive.
It's really expensive, and again, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, sorry, Pock. This guy hates Lobo.
Yeah, I don't get it. All right. What's next?
Ami Ami?
Oh yeah.
Talk about a hit hit movie that deserves a figure that got one.
Yep. Now this is a
Yeah.
character I understand. Black
This is
Adam.
pod racing.
Dude,
Yeah,
this movie put me to sleep 2 times. I thought it was horrible. I thought that the dialogue was super dated, but this figure looks so good. I might buy it.
Jesus.
This
I
is
don't know. It looks
this is a better head sculpt than the Madame Tussauds rock wax figure. Have you seen that?
and it's also the right skin tone. That Madame Tussauds. The biggest thing was that Madame Tussauds one. His skin is lighter than Vin Diesel's. It's crazy. There's literally Madame Tussauds had to put up a picture of the painter painting his skin darker today.
I saw it on Complex, and everybody was like, "Oh, they fixed it though," and it looks worse.
Yeah, it's just it's not a good likeness.
This is the wax figure in question. Yeah, the one on the left was the original, and somehow it looks better. The new one looks worse.
Yeah, the
It's still
likeness
too
is
light.
even worse. Somehow the likeness got worse. Like, it's not even close. Go back to the drawing board, madam. This looks like, you know who this looks like? This looks like Maven from Tough Enough. Shout out to anybody who knows who Maven from Tough Enough is.
Sure.
You're old if you do.
Well, this looks more like him than that. But the real news regarding Mafex, Daredevil,
Come on, Boog. Unmute yourself. Come on.
the Toy Biz
Get it out.
killer.
Get it out, Boog.
Yeah, put the dinner
Come
plate
on.
down, Bug. What's going on?
Yeah, put the dinner plate down. Put the wine down, Boog.
No,
Tell
he's-
Ashley that you got a realm to defend. Dan, if you're still in the chat, look away.
Look
I don't
away.
I don't have any bad things to say about the legend once. I don't know why I said that. But Boog has been saying that this.
Yeah,
thing is ass.
this shit is trash.
No, you're
Whoa,
losing your
whoa.
mind. What's going
Came
on?
out swinging. What?
Where,
All right.
which
All right,
bodega
let me-
did
let
you
me-
buy
let me
that
say
copium
this.
at? Which bodega was it? Was it Aki's?
Who-
Was
who,
it Aki's?
uh,
Which one? Which one?
Who
Boog?
showed that video? Did y'all show the video with the whatever? Don't play the sound. But why did the video leave out the most current Legends version? They showed all of the old, most awful versions. Now, listen, the newest version of Daredevil from Legends is the best Marvel Legends Daredevil. It's not perfect.
Keyword
It's
Marvel
still
Legends.
Come on.
It's still up there. It's pretty good. Now you guys were debating whether or not that was a $25 figure because it came
It's
in a
not.
pack for $70-something or whatever the case may be, right? You said
And
it's
it
not
resells
a
for an absurd
$25.
amount of price. It resells even more than that now.
All right,
This is
not
the video in
getting-
question here.
let's
not a
let's
gettable
take
thing.
that out of the equation then.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, we know that we're going to get a single retro carded version of that Daredevil that we could stack up properly against this Daredevil. You guys are saying that the Mafex version is going to technically be like what, 60 something dollars directly from
Ami.
Miami? Is that what the actual
64.
price
I
is?
think it's at 64.90 something, I think.
Boog, you're really wondering why they didn't put that 3-pack one in here. Have you never selectively omitted information to help make your point?
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. How could they
Well,
not
don't
show
give
the most
him
recent
Okay,
don't give
version?
him
hold
a
on.
branch to grab onto. Okay,
Hold on.
can you not?
Why are we taking a shit post on the internet as gospel? Like, why are you putting
Yeah,
so
I
much
mean-
stake into this
Welcome to the
video?
internet, Poncho.
But it's only
That video
because
means
that
is where everything
particular
starts.
post has the other past Daredevils. Like, listen, man.
Yeah, it's just a
This
shit
is not-
post on the internet. It means nothing.
I'm
But I've also
absolutely
seen
being-
people just straight up calling this the Toy Biz one, which is definitely a step too far. I mean, come on.
I am for certain exaggerating and being hyperbolic and whatever other term you could use to describe me saying that this is shit. It's not shit. It's a good looking, clean figure, but I'm not in love with the sculpt. I think it looks super scrawny, regardless of
Don't say
what
that.
adaptation or whose art you're trying to go after here. I think it looks super scrawny. I think I don't like Mafex's like chest back situation that you see going on there. Obviously, those shoulders look fucking crazy.
These,
And the only reason that I'm being super critical of Mafex, and I'm always critical of Mafex, is because it's a premium. It's supposed to be a premium figure at a premium price, which means it should be absolutely 101% shitting on anything domestic. And it's not.
It is.
The domestic version is
It
still
is shitting on it, man. I don't know what
unrivaling
you're talking about.
this. Crazy, man.
Look,
You're crazy. This
It's got,
looks
it's
scrawny.
got. Look at all the accessories. Look at all the heads, Boog. It's not even close. What does the other one come with, Boog?
It's great. It's great head sculpts. It's great to have the variety of head sculpts, especially as it relates to toy photography, to A.C.B.A, all of that stuff. The baton is more accurate. Looks like it's got the bendy wire in there already.
A lot of positives.
So, obviously,
I'm with you, though, Boog. They clearly don't understand the character because look, with the baton in front of his face, he can't see anything.
that's all fine and dandy. I just don't like the sculpt of this shit, and I also don't like that Mafex refuses to update the leg articulation on their figures, especially one that's supposed to be super agile. Yo, the last few releases from Mafex, aside from Magneto, in terms of Marvel shit, have been super mid. Like that fucking Thor, come on, bro, come on. That Thor figure is fucking trashed. Thor, Captain America hasn't come out yet, but it looks super slender. I just don't like the sculpt, man. I don't think this shit looks good, even no matter what rendition of Daredevil. I just don't think the
I
sculpt.
just don't know. I don't know where you're coming from because one of your biggest things that this guy's too scrawny. Boog. We did it in the Discord. You put the pictures of that 3-pack one next to this one. You're lying to yourself if you think that they're not the same amount of slim. Look, they're the same slimness. They're the same. It's like very slight. Not to say that one isn't good. The Legends one. I think it's a good figure.
I feel like just the way this one tapers out at the joint.
You're bugging if you think they have the same build. No, they don't.
Boog, you're bugging. They're almost the same.
The Daredevil figure from Legends is on the renew your vows. Buck, don't renew your vows. Please don't do that. But the renew your vows.
Hey, you hear that, Poncho? You hear that, Poncho? Don't do it.
No, re-up your prenup, if anything. Ha! Let's go.
But as a premium $70 figure goes, when we get a retro carded version of Legends Daredevil, it's going to be a $25. Let's say it'll be a $30 figure. So we talking about $30 more of whatever here. Is that what we have here? Is that what you?
So
think this
so
is?
to be clear,
More
you're
heads, more
saying
accessories? I don't know.
yeah. So you're saying that when the $30 retro carded version of the Daredevil comes out with less heads, less accessories, showing pegs, and on less quality plastic, it's going to be better than this.
Showing, what do you mean showing pegs?
It has pegs on it. It has peg holes.
No.
Not if it's the Renew
Or
Your
pinholes.
Vows.
Pinholes. Sorry. There's
Not
pinholes.
if it's the Renew Your Vows one. And then it has
No.
toe joints, which this one is too, I guess.
Hold on. Maybe I was looking at the wrong photo. But
The retro Spidey
3-pack.
is that body, but with it's the 3-pack
Come
one.
on, man. You're not equipped for this. I'm talking to two guys that don't even read Marvel comic books.
that has nothing to do with looking at two figures and seeing the difference in quality of two figures. One comes.
All right.
One is.
You all with
Look,
the
you think
with
that
the
their bodies are
exception of
extremely
with the
different.
exception of
I don't
Rick.
even know what to say.
With the exception of Rick, the rest of you guys' eyesight is all right. I don't know how you think that this is the same build as the Legends version. Like,
I don't like the.
I'll say, I think the way that this one tapers out at the joints makes him look a lot more slim. Like right there, like the disc for the double.
Well, I mean, this is
double
obviously
jointed
a
elbow.
sample.
The way it goes
This is
into
obviously a
the
sample. It's not going to
the
move
shoulder
like that,
there for sure.
or look like that.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look at pictures of this thing. The 3-pack with
I don't-
with Bullseye and Elektra. Is that what you're talking about or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
one.
has-
I've also
that has
seen the
pin-
comparison
that has pins in
to
it.
Nightwing, and I would have thought that it's kind of interesting that they just didn't reuse a lot of the Nightwing body proportions. At least I understand where it wouldn't make sense, but Nightwing felt like he was a little more like beefy compared to this. And maybe it's
See, let me tell you
cool that
something.
they're doing a new sculpt from the ground up and everything, but
This figure right here has wider shoulders than that Daredevil one. Something that you complained about yourself to the Hasbro team, Boog. This is a bigger build. It looks bigger than the other one, even if slightly, if that, because of the shoulders.
I will
But it's
say
almost the same.
I will say that the thighs on the Marvel Legend look beefier than this, but I don't like how beefy the thighs are.
send me
on
that
Marvel
picture. Let me
Legends.
put them side by side.
But even then, like I did say earlier, it is a little bit beefier, but not enough for me to be like, man, the Marvel Legends one is fucking ripped, and then this Mafex one is scrawny. It's like super close, even though it is beefier.
So
It's like really negligible.
to me, I really don't. I mean, like, I'm not really taking into account the art direction of the figures at all. Like, on a base level, on paper, in black and white, a figure that costs $30 more that comes with like 3 or 4 times more accessories and better quality plastic and better articulation, to me reads like it's worth more than that. And it's
at least this one has like the boots and the gloves painted. It's not just one solid cast color.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
That's really better on the Mafex too.
This is all to say that 3-pack one is a great figure, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just
They really
it's not. I don't think. Do you think when you look at that Poncho, do you think like, wow, this Legends one is fucking huge compared to the Mafexes? It's not, right? I'm not tripping. It's like really close. Like it's bigger, obviously.
show
but not
me
by
the
a
side by side.
huge amount.
Let's see them side by side.
Okay, there's that one, and then pull up a picture of that
I don't
3-pack
think the
one.
Legends one is huge.
You
I'm
see
not
both
saying
of
that
these?
at all. I just think it's better proportioned. I just think that, and not even better proportioned, like, because Daredevil should be like Slim Diesel for sure. Maybe it should be some compromise in the middle of both of those bucks or whatever. Neither buck is ideal to me, honestly, because the Legends version, yes, the shoulders are a little sunken in. I just talked about that in an interview with the Hasbro team or whatever, and these shoulders look wonky as well. Neither one is perfect, but I just feel like this should be light years ahead of the Legends version. I'm not saying that the Legends version is perfect or good or really even advocating for it over this. I'm just saying that this should be light years ahead of the Legends version, and it's not. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Legends version is ideal or that Legends always win these battles, because that's not true. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I just think for the price point and for it being an import and being premium, that it should be all of those things. It should be premium, and these shits be a little wonky sometimes,
I think I
especially
think
the
I think
Marvel stuff.
Poncho really illustrated that it is. Like there what's your comeback to the fact that it's better plastic, more better paint, and more accessories? Like
And
what's
it's
the
not
comeback
just
to that?
a
Because
base buck
that's all
repainted.
true.
Like, yeah, they could have just reused the Nightwing, but goes to show that they just built a new Daredevil from the ground up. The sculpting on it, the boots and the gloves have
Yeah,
sculpt.
they built a new
Daredevil
Thor.
emblem is
That Legends
raised up. The
Daredevil,
belt is part of the
that Legends
diaper sculpt
Daredevil
instead of
doesn't
just
even
an
have
overlay.
that
They
Legends
built a
Daredevil
Yeah,
doesn't
they
even have
batons
the
look way better.
Daredevil
These are the
logo.
same batons we've had for
ground up.
15 years.
Yeah.
They built a Thor from the ground up that looks like complete ass.
I don't think
I
your
think
I don't
visually-
think your disagreement with the art
But they also
direction should
built the-
inhibit your the fact that you can't see that it's a premium offering. Like
But
the fact
to
that you're saying
point,
that
though,
it's not a
Boog,
premium
they also
figure.
built a new Thor for Legends from the ground up, and it was better for sure. But
So
they built a better
I just
Daredevil from
don't
the
I just
ground
don't
up here than
understand.
the Legends one, because the Legends one just reuses a buck and has no real paint detailing other than, the only real deco pass on the body is the tampoed emblem.
Well, I was gonna say the biggest thing is, and like what kills the argument, Boog, is there's not even a logo on your Daredevil in that 3-pack. There's no DD on his chest.
There is, but it's
Like,
just
where-
so blended in.
It's like super. It's you can't even see it. There's like no paint there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
It's just a
only
good
piece
figure.
of paint other than the
Don't
base coat
leave
on
this-
the actual body.
I hope nobody leaves this chat thinking we're shitting on that figure. It's a great figure, and whenever it comes out in single pack, I'm gonna buy it. But like, I think that this is a better offering because it's supposed to be. It's 2 times the price. It has more accessories, has better paint, better quality plastic. Like it is what it's supposed to be. I think it's a premium offering. I don't know.
It is.
That 3-pack is still a good figure, and whenever it comes out single pack, it's gonna sell out instantly, and I'm gonna buy it. It's a great figure.
Is it better plastic?
Yes.
It is.
I think
It's-
it goes.
It's more it's a
Hasbro's-
rigid
gummy.
plastic versus
It's not some gummy
It's-
a
plastic.
soft plastic.
Yeah, it's rigid. It's rigid ABS. It's way nicer than
Come
the
on.
gummy plastic that they use. Come on, man.
I understand this is your baby boy.
What,
I
there's even-
understand.
Ashley,
There's even shade.
Ashley, if you're in that room,
Listen,
take the
I don't want
copium
y'all to-
away from
I don't
him.
want y'all to frame it like that, because that's not even what I'm saying. It's not. I could give a fuck about the Legends version if it's good or if it's bad or whatever. I have no problem saying if some shit is
It's a good
bad.
figure.
Like the Luke Cage figure is such a letdown. But if some shit is premium priced, it should be fitting on the Legends. And Mafex has been coming up short, especially as it relates to the Marvel figures. This shit looks wonky to me. The sculpt is not great.
Okay.
It looks
Again,
weak.
I say like art direction preference aside, on paper it is better than a Legends in black and white. I
It is
believe so.
premium.
On
Yeah,
paper,
I don't
because it
understand.
has more accessories.
Yeah, that's what makes it a
More
premium
paint.
figure. That's what
Yeah,
makes it
more hand
premium.
options, batons,
More
that aren't
options,
the same
more-
ones that they've had forever.
Yeah, more options and more extras. That's what makes it premium.
More
Like I
paint
said,
passes.
I am eager to see a side by side and to see a proper comparison, but Mafex is fucking overhyped, yo.
No, I don't. I don't
I've
think
been
so.
showing these side by side the whole time. It's not showing
No,
up.
of course not. No, you
Ah,
haven't
what
set
the
to
hell?
you haven't
Because-
set to window.
Because you're zoomed in. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything except.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
them. I have them on the screen share side by side.
They're not.
Mafex
You
is
have it
all-
set to one window.
Ah, all right. Hang on. Stop. My bad. I was doing window capture, not screen capture. Boom.
Yeah,
There
I
it
don't
is.
know,
You see these
dude.
now, Boog.
Come on,
Mhm.
for real.
I mean, look at these giant ass feet on the Legends too.
Again, this is just art direction preference. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think this should be part of the argument. Or if
I
it,
mean,
it,
I
it
said
is a
from the
part of the
beginning
argument
that
for sure,
the-
but it's a small part.
I said from the beginning that the Mafex version is clean as a classic comic book looking Daredevil. It looks clean. It looks, in that regard, it looks premium in terms of the cleanliness of it. The Legends version is not painted to the same level, all of that, but I still feel like the Legends version would be a funner figure to fuck around with and pose. It's just that the Mafex has more accessories. Yes, you got more head sculpt. It's all together.
More paint.
Well, what makes
one
what
pack.
makes the Mafex version not fun to pose?
I mean, they are a little while the Hasbro plastic can be gummy and it's kind of hit or miss with the Hasbro plastic. Some shit be gummy, some shit be okay. I feel like the Mafex plastic is still a little more brittle sometimes
Because it's
I
more
act like
rigid.
there's still not.
Because it's more,
Yeah, I
yeah.
act like there's still not mad QC issues with Mafex as well. Like it's two
So-
sides of the same coin, man. It's the same shit, just on different at different price points. It's the same shit you facing with both companies at
Well-
different price points. You shouldn't be actually even experiencing that at the premium price point.
So what I'm saying is, so you're saying that the Legends figure is more fun to pose because you're less worried about breaking the softer, less expensive plastic.
I didn't say that. You said that. But
Well, true,
yeah,
but
the
that's basically
Legends-
what you're saying,
yeah,
correct?
the Legends figure is a little funner to pose because you're not as worried about it. Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't-
absolutely.
you-
I can
it's
see that
not-
for sure. The same way I would be more careful posing a hot toy or a 3-0 or something like that, something that costs exorbitantly more than
but
any
a
other
Hot
figure in my
Toys
collection.
Is a Hot Toys more often than not still feels and looks like a premium figure. You don't get the
No, but
same type of QC issues and
you
and
do
problems.
Boog. You do because I collect a decent amount of 1/6 and you do get them. You do, and I don't think there's any toy line that doesn't face that type of issue. Like I think I said it before here on this podcast. I think you guys all saw it live. When I bought that Marty McFly, I kept getting jackets with like fucked up and melted paint. And it just wasn't. I'd gotten 4 different jackets from them. It got to the point where they sent me a brand new figure. They were like, "This is the last fucking jacket we're giving you. Like, don't ask us again." Like, it's everyone, you know. I think everyone faces like Legends or Hot Toys or Mayfix. I think everybody faces QC issues in some way, shape, or form. Um, I don't know. I think it goes around, and that's doesn't keep me from wanting to buy something. But at the
like I
very
said,
least, you know what?
I don't-
To aid you a little bit, at the very least with Hot Toys, whenever there is a QC issue, whether you buy it from them or not, they're always going to take care of you and they're always going to replace it because it is a premium action figure and it is something that costs a lot of money. They are always
Yeah, I
willing
mean
to exchange it.
that counts towards something for sure too. You can't even really get in contact with anybody from Mafex, so good luck with that.
I tried and they were not very nice. I was like, "Hey man," I shared the podcast and I was like, "You mind like could you give us like release date like updates? Like we run a podcast, we do news." And they were like, "We don't give out dates. Bye." They weren't fucking with whatsoever. I sold
But,
it really
yeah,
well. I was really
I don't know that
persuaded
this
on, like,
is the it's a comparison that we have right now, but again, this is gonna come out again retro carded. They're gonna change up the color. There's gonna be some additional things that are packed in, and then you could have a proper comparison. But looking at them side by side right here, like I said, the Mafex version is clean. It's a clean figure, and I know that a lot of people are really interested in it, but it just looks a little wonky to me at this price point. The Hasbro version being a little wonky is kind of expected at that price point, and the fact that it's Hasbro. I just don't really expect that with what's supposed to be a premium offer. I don't
Supposed
well,
to
I mean,
be.
I don't love
well, I
it.
mean, at the end of the day, that what they have here, it is a sample. Like the elbows are not going to look exactly like that. Like the shoulders are not
Yeah,
going to look
and that's
exactly
another
like
thing.
that.
I'm sure that this is gonna be a little updated and look a little better. At least
Yeah,
I hope.
absolutely.
I mean, we thought that for some of the previous Marvel releases too. So we definitely hoped and thought that for that Thor figure. And again, that shit is atrocious. And a lot of people like that Iron Man figure. I think that shit is whack. And Captain America looks like it's gonna be whack. Magneto was great. I love the Magneto figure. So we'll see.
Those are wild opinions, but as well.
Yeah, they are, but I'm standing on my square. Like it is what it is. You guys will purchase this if you like it. I will
I
not.
won't be. There's no question. There's absolutely no way I'm buying this. I have no attachment to this character.
I pre-ordered it immediately. I stand on business, baby.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it for Ed. He was like, "Yo, can you?"
Oh, that's your son. You have to.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you order Daredevil for us or whatever?" And I'm like, "I'll order it for you. I don't want this shit." So
I mean,
yeah,
I understand that viewpoint too. I think a lot of collectors kind of share that sentiment in terms of the average Marvel collector who is trying to build the diverse, complete Marvel universe is okay with the figure being not as good as long as it affords the opportunity to buy more figures, right? But
right.
you're going for your one definitive sort of look, and you don't have to rebuy it for something else down the line. Mayfex is probably the move too. I'm out of this conversation entirely too because I already have my perfect Daredevil, the both Mayfex and Marvel Legends killer, of course, the Mezco, because it's got the best features of any of these, which is the flaking pleather and the shoulder pads nobody asked for. So I'm good.
That's right. I may be a little biased because I'm not even like a big Daredevil fan like that. Anyway, you know that my shit is X-Men, and I've been so disappointed with the X-Men stuff from FX. They have really not come through with the X-Men figures as far as I'm concerned.
And the other thing is, to that point also, like I think it's for the price difference of between a Legend and a Mayfex, you don't feel maybe that you're getting that much price difference in improvement. Like it doesn't feel like it's $40 better than the Legends. The Legends will pretty much do what you want at the price.
I think it just depends on what you're looking for, to be quite honest. I mean, when it comes to me for import figures, I'm looking for more faces, more faceplates, more hands, and more accessories. Now, it may be a $40 price difference between the two. $30. So the hypothetical $30 retro card release versus $65 on Amiyami right now. So a $35 difference. To me, that $35 is worth a couple of extra faceplates and hands versus the hypothetical situation if another Marvel Legends Daredevil came out with a different hand and different head. You'd have to buy that whole other figure for another $30 just to get a couple more accessories. Whereas an import, like a Mafex or any other import company, would come bog standard with a myriad of different hands and faceplates. So for me, that's what makes it a much more premium price point. I'm not necessarily too concerned with the difference in art directions and style and sculpting style of artist interpretation of these characters, but like, the whole point I've been making for the last however long we've been talking about this is just like bang for buck, basically. And I do believe that when it comes to something like a Mafex at the price point of $65, I think it's worth it with the amount of extras it comes with, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And this hypothetical retro card release, is entirely hypothetical. We don't know that that's even a thing at all. What it will come with, what it will look like. So I think it's unfair to make that point in regards to this comparison. We do just kind of have to go on what is the currently available domestic alternative, which is this one that's locked behind an $85 3-pack. So.
Sure. But if this is your preferred art direction, then hell yeah, I can totally see that this is being way more worth it than dropping $80 on something that you don't really fuck with, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess while we're on the topic of Hasbro and Marvel, let's do a little Giant Man check-in, huh?
Yeah, a little indie darling.
Yeah, Cinderella story.
Is that your background saying it? So the fucking Mezco pick skill.
It's 3 monitors wide too, including one vertical. The vertical one is crazy.
Have we heard from David if he's going to try and pop in or no?
Yeah, he just said he's
okay.
He's good.
Okay, hold on one second. You guys go ahead and
here, Jesus.
You guys go ahead and start talking to David, or start talking about HasLab. I'm going to go ahead and get David set up real quick.
Okay.
All right.
It's funded.
Yeah, so
Moving on.
we talked about this on Friday last, and we said that by the time we come back for the next show, we will either be saying how this funded or or it didn't. And the last 24 hours of the campaign were pretty intense. They closed a huge gap, and especially in like the last 8 hours, and even more so within like the last hour too. I thought we really were gonna get to that 14K, but just shy of 14K, 13,889 backers. Literally in like the last minute, this shit jumped like 200 backers or something like that. Literally in like
Yeah,
the
it was a
last
nail
minute.
biter, dude. You say last 24 hours? Literally, like last 4 hours were just
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just going. But once it got to 10K, I was like, all right, it's a good possibility it'll get to 12. And then when it got to 12, I was like, oh shit, this might actually get to 14. So it got very, very close. There's a lot of speculation and conspiracy, a lot of shit going on with the HasLab right now. I'm sure the people that act this and were on board for this from the beginning are happy. It's a lot of goalposts
Nobody's
moving right
happy when it comes
now.
to these HasLabs, Boog. Come on.
I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what the deal is or what people want. Like these are the facts. The Engine of Vengeance was at a 349.99 price tag. Initially, what they wanted everybody to get was the car, the early bird, powered down Robbie, the powered up Robbie, and then three additional figures. Was it Son of Satan? Yeah,
Yes.
and then three additional Satans. Son of Satan, three additional figures. Excuse me, Son of Satan, Mephisto, and Madeline Pryor. Right.
Gobby Queenie, that's right.
That's it.
All right, so that would have been five figures, the car, the flame effects, all of that stuff for 350. People was not with it. They thought that shit was overpriced. I too thought it was a little overpriced. If it was just 300 flat, I think it probably would have been okay. But people wasn't with it. They rejected it. They like really, really rejected it to the point where Hasbro got totally away from the vehicle model and went back to the bigger figure model and went back to something that they had planned to do from the beginning. Anyway, stripped down all the tiers, said fuck the tiers because y'all complaining about the price. Here is a premium figure for $200, a premium 24-inch figure for $200, and people have still found a way to rail against this shit or rag on it or whatever. But clearly, 13,000 people still were on board and wanted to add this to their collection. So that's where we are currently. Somebody had said something about Anthony's customs video in the super chat a little while ago. I didn't see it, but
I saw it.
quite a few people told me about it or whatever.
What did you
What
see,
was
Rick?
your
You
what
seen
was your
it?
take?
What did your L5
Yeah.
see?
Was he
He's
was he
just,
the one kind of putting out some of these conspiracy theories and shit?
Well, he made a video earlier this week where it was like, looks like it's not going to fund, but he saved his own ass. And at the end of the video, he said like, but if it does fund, I wouldn't be surprised. So when he
Mhm.
made the follow-up video, he was like, what are you guys talking about? I never said it wasn't going to fund. And like the whole time he's saying that he hopes it doesn't fund. And then he also says he doesn't care if it funds. Like it's okay if it, like he's just going back and forth, and like he's just a semantic arguer. He gets into the semantics of everything of like, that's not exactly what I said, but that's what you're inferring, like that's what you're implying. Like he's just, that's what it
But
is.
was he coming up with conspiracy theories about Hasbro juking the numbers and all of this type of shit?
He was alluding to it. He said that he's, it's just like anybody else does. I saw a lot of people saying that it's weird that it jumped up so much in the last day. I don't know. I don't work at Hasbro, so I don't like, typical shit, like
I don't know. I'm
wanting
just
to not
asking
be the person,
Come on,
wanting to not,
asking questions.
I'm just asking the questions. I don't have the answer. Like, it's just like it's bullshit. And if he ever sees this or if somebody tells him like, dude, check this out, they were talking shit, it's just gonna be more semantics, more that's not exactly what I said. If you watched my video, you would know, like it's all semantics with this man. It's like in every comment, like when somebody wants to argue with him in the comments that he's being like crazy harsh on one thing and then super light on another, and they're both making the same mistake figure wise, like I never said this, I never said that. He's just going to semantically argue his way out of it. Like when you say in a video, that this shouldn't fund and that you hope it doesn't fund and then go, but I don't care if it funds. Like, like it's bullshit. It's just all bullshit. It's all semantics. Like he's playing
What's
a game.
the
Like
what's the consensus around the community about why it shouldn't fund? I still hear people saying, or why it shouldn't have funded. I still see people saying that Hasbro doesn't need to crowdfund. That's one thing that's still going. What else have you guys seen or heard in terms of, why
I think it's
people
just
are?
the idea that another failure of a crowdfund, despite all the other successful ones, just another L in this column would be voting with your wallet and the community speaking up as far as saying that we are sick of these big companies doing these labs. So like, I get that point of view,
I get that point of
I
view
personally
too,
also just don't think these companies should be doing, crowdfunds and all that. It's kind of always been my stance. I also think it's ridiculous, but if the market shows that it's successful, and it clearly has 3 out of 4 times now with Marvel Legends specifically, then yeah, they're going to keep doing it. And I think the argument is they wanted this to fail to show that people don't want this to continue. But
yeah, and there's also a thin line between like, can they do it? Yes. Would they ever do it? No. Like, there's no way a person in a fucking suit in that building is gonna okay them to make a fucking Engine of Vengeance, make a Galactus, make a Sentinel, make a Giant Man without this process. Like, there's no way. Like, could they do it? Absolutely. Like, don't fucking get it twisted. This is like one of like them and Bandai. They're the biggest 2 toy companies in the world. Like, neither of them need to do it. Of course not. But like, the person in a suit isn't gonna approve like a $3 million project without there being like some assurances. It's just it's a fucking business. This
I
shit is
mean,
business.
I
and
think
just
one of the
because you said that, you were taking the side of the company, Rick, and therefore you were.
Yeah, I'm a shill. Check out the shill podcast.
You're making
shilling it up.
their argument for them. That means you're on their side.
Dude, I saw Dan
think
Yoon
that
comments are shilling to him. Like they're killing it.
I do
Yeah, you
think
know
that
Dan's in the chat, so of course you're going to take that side, Rick.
Legends collectors in particular are like so high on their own farts and shit like that, because it's like they like to think that their world is a lot bigger than it actually is and shit. Like, this is just one little corner of Hasbro's multi-billion dollar, company and shit. Like, you guys don't realize that this shit is insignificant to the corporate people and shit like that. Like, they're not thinking as deep into it as we are. Yeah, maybe the marketing team is, and they are the midway point between us and corporate and shit. But corporate is they just care about the fucking numbers like that. Like, they're not worried about what the fuck you talking about in your little Facebook group.
As a refresher, like what we said a couple of weeks ago, like of course the concrete sentiment of a multi-billion-dollar company like Hasbro shouldn't need to crowdfund something is very true. I think everybody here agrees with that for sure. But on the other side of the coin, we also understand that the only way that something like this would get approved is if they did something like this, because it's either a campaign like this or it doesn't get made at all. Because whenever a pitch like this is brought to executives and shareholders, all they see are the downsides of how much product is left on store shelves. And it's just like, it's not even worth them even like batting an eyelash at, because it's just going to lose money for the company. But in this situation where they can like squeeze as much profit out of this with the least amount of cost possible, that gives them the opportunity to where like, okay, well, maybe this can happen. It's not going to cost us a lot of money. Every single unit is going to be accounted for. There's not going to be any dead stock or anything like that. Then yeah, sure. Maybe go ahead for sure. And
you're not going to have a store complaining that they have to discount something either.
Yeah. And I've seen like the sentiment for maybe there's some sort of Bandai situation like that, where maybe they just do an open pre-order, where it's not necessarily a crowdfund or anything like that. Yes, that would work as well. But the problem with an open pre-order system like that which I think personally that is stopping them from doing something like that, is even with an open pre-order, they might not still hit the what do you call it, the minimum numbers they need to see enough profit for them for it to be worth it to fit into their production schedule. Like they could.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I had the same argument. Somebody was like, "Well, they should just do it open order." I was like, "Yeah, but they're gonna have to hit a minimum." And they're like, "Yeah, well, they should just say what the minimum is." I was like, "Then this is just another."
Yeah, then that's a crowdfund.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're describing a HasLab. Like it's the same. It's a circle, man. Like there's no way to do that without hitting a minimum.
Exactly.
And then if they do say the minimum, then it's just this again. Like it's just a strange circle, and this is just the only way it can happen.
Yeah,
and I'd rather have it this way than not have it. Just personally, you know.
In hindsight,
I'd rather it this way.
in hindsight, the best way this possibly could have worked is if they just reformatted their language. Don't call it a crowdfund. Call it an open pre-order with a minimum number that needs to be hit. I think the fact that they called it a crowdfund and they put it within that realm opens up all the other can of worms that come with a crowdfund.
That's kind of what Super 7 does too. They pretty much call it minimum order quantities, even though it is basically a crowdfund.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just.
And with
weird
that,
PR.
let's welcome David Walton to the show.
That's true, baby. Dave Walton in the mix. Let's go.
Admin extraordinaire. What's up, D-Walt?
Dave, are you there, Dave?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
There you go.
absolutely.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
First time caller, long time listener.
That's it. First time, long time, baby.
I think you hit on a lot of really good points, P. We've talked about this ad nauseum.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that's crazy is that how many HasLabs are we in now? Like, let's not forget, Marvel Legends is not the only team that does this.
Right.
So what are we now? Like 12, 10 HasLabs in?
Yeah, we're a good
Oh
amount.
God, we
in.
could check.
And especially if we're counting the fails, it's a lot.
Yeah,
I think.
like you got to count them all.
Yeah, you got to count the failures.
Dang, Heroescape.
There's not been a lot that have failed, but we got
No,
Said
yeah,
you've only
there's been-
had 3 that have failed.
12, yeah, over 15. Yeah.
So this is the thing that's crazy, and this is kind of the way I was thinking about it today when we talked about the whole adding on the scroll head. Like, people have to recognize that at the end of the day, Hasbro is still a major corporation. They are the major player when it comes to toy sales. And if they go back on clearly established rules of what I don't care what you call it, a pre-order, a crowdfund, whatever the case is, the minimum has to be met to unlock the tiers. And if it's not, you don't get what was promised. And they cannot go back on that because I'm sure the G.I. Joe team is watching this all unfold. The Transformers team is watching this all unfold. And they're like, look, the minute that you give into your whiny ass, complaining ass, loud ass fans, toxic ass fans over that 111 figures that did not get sold, that messes it up and messes up this program for all of us.
Yeah, and you know
And-
the greatest example of what you just said is the Rancor. The Rancor was only like 100 something people away. I'm sure the Star Wars team is going to be like, "Hey man, what the fuck? Like we were only 100 people
fuck?
away." Yeah,
Yep.
we're only 100 people away, and these people get a pass. Like as much as don't get me wrong.
I mean, the difference though is that they were 100 away from it funding, period, as opposed to this was already well over the minimum goal, and it was 100 away from just the final stretch goal. But I hear you though.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Like,
matter because
on paper,
still
yeah,
has
it's still the same
45 days.
It's the principle of it, yeah.
Yeah, and
As
if
much
you
as I would
do
love it if tomorrow they announced it, though, I'd fucking take it really happily. Don't get me
it
wrong.
just makes it look bad for everybody. And I was telling Boog and P this earlier today. I'm sure that they already gave the Transformers team the stank eye when they extended the HasLab for the Unicron. I'm sure that made everybody else look crazy, and they're like, "Yo, don't ever do that shit again because it makes it look bad for everybody else." Remember that? Because the Unicron
yeah.
HasLab didn't make it within the set parameters of the time that it had originally.
They could have pulled the old, whoops, there was a glitch on some of the apps. I think we're going to extend it to another day, That's pretty much what happened with the Dragonfly.
Yeah, the Dragonfly.
If there was a time to fudge the numbers and help it get across that final threshold, because I agree. I think that this HasLab fully funding and being a full success was the full win that they needed. And if you watched Wade's podcast with Dan and Ryan on it the other day, it was written all over Dan's face. And Dan has been on Wade's podcast a couple times, and he's always like super professional, super corporate when he's on there. But he was fully invested. And when it didn't fund all the way and it came up a little short, he literally was like, fuck, on camera.
Yeah.
And so super out of character for him, but they're equally invested in this shit too. And again, the fan base has made it very hard for them to do their job because people are no longer attacking Hasbro. People are no longer attacking the products. People are attacking them personally. People are starting to tag on the fact that the Engine of Vengeance failed on those three guys personally. And that shit's real. Like, I know these guys worry about their jobs. Like, they were talking about going out to London for a toy show that's coming up. And Ryan was like, yo, it would fucking suck for this not to fund and us have to go to this next toy show overseas and know that we're coming off of a failure. So shit's real, man. It's bigger than toys. And I know people have a lot of shit to say about it being corporate or whatever, but it's hard, man.
Dom Life in the chat has got a good point too. I mean, they could stop doing tiers altogether. It's just full package up front, 14K backers needed.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of what this was. The head and the faceplate didn't have to be a tier. Not a bad idea. I told you, Boog. I told you my scorched earth theory. I would back away. If this wouldn't have funded, I'd have backed away from all of this shit. And all the collectors would have felt it. They'd have felt the wrath.
Well, they said it too. They told us themselves, like, if this didn't happen, it was going to be a bad time, and that you wouldn't see something from them for a while, and for a long while, you know. They'd said it themselves.
There is an aspect of it that feels like, on the corporate side, like punishing. You know what I mean? Like, you guys didn't want these 111, you know, the extra 111 short, so you guys really don't want this stuff. I think that's going to trickle down to the rest of the product line getting like less budget for the year, because obviously you guys just don't have the capability to sell to this audience, right? This crowd-funded thing. So as a result, the rest of the product line has to take a little bit of a hit. Us on the corporate side, we see those numbers. This is just hypothetical, of course, but I'm sure that there's a little bit of that going on in terms of how these guys are feeling internally about it. Like, they need these W's so that they can show internally that the brand that they work on has this strength and this like brand power, and a full W all the way for everything unlocked goes a long way to show that. Even just falling a little bit short, I feel like there is a punishing element of it internally. They're like, you guys didn't meet all the goals. Yeah. So, you know, this means less budget for the year.
But you know what's funny? This all comes at a really weird time also, because leading up to Giant Man, how many times have we seen people posting like their little ideas about what they would like for the next HasLab to be? And I can't tell you the number of times I've rolled my eyes at people that have been like, oh, well, what if we get a Celestial? Or what if we get the rest of the Eternals? Or what if we get like Destiny and all these huge intergalactic characters? I'm like, ain't nobody gonna fund that shit. Like, people straight up were like questioning why they chose Giant Man. Why they chose
we had them in our chat. They were calling Giant Man a D-list hero. I was like, bro, this is D-list. Yeah, they were saying it. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know. And, you know, don't get me wrong, if you just don't like Giant Man or you have no connections to him, that's perfectly fine. But like, I wouldn't consider him some like lower tier hero. He is literally one of the first 5 Avengers. I don't know.
Yep. And even if you aren't like deep in comics like that, you've seen this character in the MCU over the past 10 years. So even if you don't know him from the comics and you don't know him from like being one of the OG Avengers, you know who he is. Your kids know who he is. Your kids know who Giant Man is. You should know who he is now from at least the films. And you don't want that representation in your Avengers. But the point I was
also the average Legends collector, as we see in the toy photography community and in the Facebook group, who is not the very first new MCU trailer, there's always somebody who rushes to recreate a scene from the trailer with trailer dialogue with comic characters. So that we can't pretend that the average Legends collector isn't also, mostly influenced by what's going on in MCU and not a traditional, like, just comics reader who collects figures.
Yeah. And the other connection that I was going to make talking about this all comes at a really weird time. People are like upset. And I know we're rehashing a lot of this, but this is my first time to get a chance to speak to you guys about this in a public forum. But people are upset saying that this figure should not even have been a HasLab, that this should be for dream projects. And I'm air quoting over here. But take a trip to your local Ollie's right now. Take a trip to Ross or TJ Maxx right now and look at all of the Hasbro product that is marked down to like $5 per figure right now.
Oh, you know that like, some of the typical Marvel Legends collectors only want this to be something that would be a retail release so they could find it at Ollie's or some shit like
Exactly.
that. They have the fucking 1/1 scale shield at Ollie's or Ross or one of them places right now for like $30.
And the premium lightsabers that are like $200 are all showing up at Ross right now too.
Yeah.
Yep. The Arc from Transformers, $199.99 figure. You can find it at Ross right now, $60. And again, I get it. I love a bargain. I'm out looking for that shit too. But you can't come into this hobby, like I told you guys the other day, with great expectations, but great value budgets. You got to kind of be a little real with yourself on what it is you're asking for and how these companies can deliver it. They cannot continue to deliver at the frequency and the volume that they're pumping out this product currently, offering an item like this at retail. They can't.
And it's not even a recent phenomenon. That's people have been doing this forever. When Toys R Us was still a thing, remember seeing all of the Black Series TIE fighters just sitting there at full price forever until they got clearance. People were finding that shit for like less than $40 at one point. And that was like $180 vehicle at that time.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is that like it's not just what they want to do. Maybe these guys do want this shit to be at a store. Who wouldn't want to make more money? Because if this goes to a Target or a Walmart or an Amazon, they're making like 1 million units. So who wouldn't want that much more money? But there's just no way these stores want to carry these big items anymore and take that risk. They can't even sell the 6-inch stuff anymore. Like what would make them want to? It's crazy.
Like I said a little while ago before David even came on, like this was the original model. It's the bigger figure model that is bigger than a Build-A-Figure. It's too much to break it down into the package of, regular retail releases, and it's too big to just show up on a retail shelf where it would be viable for the company, where it would make any sense for them, because no doubt it's going to get clearanced out in 10 seconds. So this is the way that Hasbro could protect their bottom line and that we could still get some shit that's premium that we want. And I'm not saying Hasbro can protect their bottom line to advocate for them doing that, but it's a fucking corporation. They're gonna do that. Like that's just what it is. Like you gotta accept that. You have to accept that that's what it is.
Or don't, and then just don't buy the product.
Yeah, and just don't buy it. But what's the over-under still? Even with everything that we said here, the facts that's laid out, what's the over-under still for at the 1027 event, them just saying, you know what? We happy that it's getting funded. We know we was only 111 off. We're going to throw in the scroll head. That scenario, or coming after the fact and saying, actually, we did get to the 14K. This is what's going on. You're going to get the scroll head because these are the new numbers or whatever the case may be. What do y'all think the scenario is going to be? Or is it just going to be, no, we didn't make it. That's it. Like it's not happening.
I think it's like a 5% chance that they give it to us.
I think the corporate punishment comes through again, where they say you guys had an opportunity to show that you loved Giant Man this many dollars amount, and you didn't do it. So sorry, we're not doing it.
I think that each of these has labs. We said they've done 12. I think each one is an opportunity to learn and to expand. Unfortunately, at the risk of losing out on product, as we saw with the Engine of Vengeance, I think that they should not offer the scroll head. I think that we get what we paid for. We get the Giant Man. We get the zombie face. And this is another learning that you have 45 days to back the projects. You run a risk of waiting until the last day. We've tried to do things like early birds, and we realize that may not be the best way to go, because then you end up alienating your consumers in the beginning by missing out on shit. So I hope they don't do it, to be honest.
Yeah, and you know, I just see the comments like when this was failing, like we'll have Blackbird next. Like, man, we can't even fund a $200 Giant Man.
Yeah.
There's no
You
way.
can forget about you. I feel like you can forget about Boom as well too. I don't even think that's possible. I think people
No, I don't.
are
Yeah.
pump faking on even that. Like, oh yeah, they should do Boom next, and like it'll
Not
be
right
the
now.
same type of situation. It'll be a lot of complaining and bitching and moaning and whatever, and we'll miss out on some type of tier as it relates to that. Which I think about the conspiracy theories though. What is Hasbro? Would they juke the stats in some type of way? Would they play with the numbers? Would they do what record companies would do back in the day and just buy up a bunch of the product so it'll ship at a certain amount, and so it'll be easier for the artist to go gold or platinum or something like that? Would we put something like that past Hasbro? Would they even be able to coordinate at the corporate level and at the market and product level to do something like that? Who would be responsible for doing something like that? Who would you have to leave out of the loop? How many people would have to be involved for something like that to even happen?
Well, you know what? If it would have not been 111 to get to the scroll, I'd have said
Mhm.
maybe. I would have said
Mhm.
maybe. But like, who the fuck would juke the stacks and then be like, 111 away? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it was like
Stop.
if it was like the last day, it somehow made it to the goal and just flat at like the goal or like close to just the regular base goal, I would have said, damn, maybe they might have juiced the stats, huh? But with like 111 to the scroll, there's no way. There's no way, I
Yeah.
don't think.
And I think that's the risk. The biggest risk that they run is refueling all the naysayers, because the only people that are really talking shit right now are the toxic content creators who need that negativity to make their content. And I've been watching it, and a lot they're hanging on by a string, and then you got some people that are trying to save face and trying to get caught up in semantics, and they were like, well, while I said it wouldn't fund, I said it could fund, and they're making
Yeah,
videos like
that's
that
the
and shit.
the
But
Giant Man funded, David. What
yeah,
now?
what now?
It's called playing
we
both
get the
sides. That way you
Yeah.
we
always
get
come
the
out on
figure,
top.
brother.
So I get it. Everybody's, they got their stake, but I do think if they come back after the fact on Friday, this closed on Monday night at midnight. If they come back on Friday and they're like, hey, miraculously, we found some extra ballots, and or like some people didn't cut their chodes off or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
where shit gets tricky. And I think people question it. If there was a time to do some conspiracy juking of the numbers, that shit should have landed at 14,127
Yeah,
on the
some shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
night, on that
Cap
night.
Lives
Yeah,
Cap Lives had
but
like the best point you could make. They didn't cook the books on Rancor. So why would they do it
yep,
on Giant Man?
Right.
You know,
yeah,
like
I agree. And Giant Man needed to be their win. So I think that you take it for what it is. It met the need of what your need was. You needed a rebound from your loss of Engine of Vengeance, and you still haven't figured it out. There's still room to kind of figure this thing out. But I hope that this can lead us into the next part of the discussion. And it's funny that you brought up about Giant Man funded. What now? But I do think the bigger, more intriguing discussion is kind of like what you touched on, Boog. What does come next? Because I don't know if you guys saw it today, but Jesse, who's always in the chat, he's always monitoring what people are talking about in the community. And Jesse Falcon said today that to somebody's comment that they will not be doing any vehicles in the HasLab.
yeah.
He said that's done. They will not
He
do
pretty
any more
much said that
yeah.
shit was dead. And like I
Yeah.
mentioned to David, Jesse was the one that really pushed for the EOV. So once he saw that people like really rejected that shit, he was like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
There it
I'm gonna
is.
fall back.
Yeah.
So, but that does pose the question: what does come next? Because somebody I saw point out in the threads today was talking about how they've redone the majority of those bigger Toy Biz Build-A-Figures in Sentinel, in Galactus, now in Giant Man. So does that mean we end up with an Apocalypse HasLab?
Right.
I was thinking Apocalypse
The only-
too.
the
It
only
would
two things
probably be
that
the
are left.
smallest of these big figures, but it would still be
Yeah.
a big
see
dude.
that. I could see that. I could see them
put
doing a
that-
even smaller.
Keep it
big
at
figure.
around the 200, make it smaller, but the tiers are the horses, like the mechanical horses. It's the same
Well,
damn
you know
horse,
what?
just different colors.
Well, you know what? One thing too that when they were on Wade's stream, not this time, but the last time that they were on Wade's stream, they did say that a danger room is very possible.
That'd be
They,
cool.
they did state that at least. And it would be inexpensive to produce. It's just going to be flat, and you could do like interchangeable modular
Yeah, it's a bunch of
pieces.
panels,
You
bunch
know,
of wall
they-
panels.
They could do a bunch of different
like
things.
attachments to go on them, like a saw blade or a fucking tentacle or whatever.
Yeah,
They could do a bunch of different things by way of, or in terms of smaller, bigger projects and shit. Like they could do the Avengers, like meeting room and the table. They could do like all types of like little dioramas and stuff like that. That wouldn't be like super expensive and would probably fund really, really quickly. It's a lot of different ideas and opportunities
You-
out there,
and-
but one thing I was going to say was I don't think that they just to backtrack a little bit, I don't think that they juked the stats or fucked around with anything, at least not at a level where the marketing crew, the big three, were aware of anything because they was pressed, bro. They was it was all shit and bricks anyway. So like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't think that, anything happened there. So I don't think anything happened at all, honestly. I don't see how that would be a beneficial risk. I don't see it. So
Cap Lives had an interesting point. They could. I mean, we've never seen it. They've never expressed that they would do it, but they do an MCU HasLab next.
You can see that.
I could see that too, but I'd be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it would. I mean, maybe it would get more general hype, but it wouldn't get a lot of hype from.
I feel like the MCU is in a bit of a slump right now, so it might
Yeah. It's a little stale right now. It's a little
like the
stale
time
right
to do that would have been like Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Yeah.
said Devil Dinosaur. I don't know.
Yeah, they could do that, but I don't think that's a popular enough character. And on top of that,
Yeah.
Moon Girl is he's African American, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? If you do the Devil
Forget
Dinosaur,
about
and if
that
you like,
shit.
if you do it, and then you make the dinosaur like not really that posable, and you just make the Moon Girl like the really posable thing, maybe it could be inexpensive. I don't know.
There's no way they'll
Maybe
do
like a
a fucking
rubber.
dinosaur when you got Mattel out here doing these giant T-Rexes at retail. I mean,
Yeah, and they're incredible.
comparisons are just gonna
They're-
run
Yeah,
wild.
they would be
They're gonna
setting
cartel.
themselves up for a wild price comparison right
Yeah,
now.
and those Jurassic Park dinosaurs are not only like really well detailed, but like they're pretty well articulated. They're incredible figures. Like I've
I
seen
would
them
need
up,
to know.
like I've messed with
Huge.
them. They're great figures. It'd be rough.
I something that I'm thinking about right now that has kind of been like to the detriment of the Legends team is that everyone has entered into all of their HasLabs with the mentality that each one of them has to be an army builder. And that has been very hard for them. No one else really is dealing with that outside of G.I. Joe, right? Like I'm a big Transformers head. The idea of getting 2 Unicrons, 3 Unicrons never crossed my mind. Same thing with the Star Wars shit. Even if people were backing the Rancor, nobody was really buying like 2 and 3 Rancors. Nobody
But
was
they
buying.
would have if they tied it into Book of Boba Fett, which was so stupid of them not to.
The timing of that was just terrible.
Yeah.
And I know they have
Truly awful. They were hamstrung by all the red
They
tape.
should have
on
had
that.
you. They should have had you as a stretch goal. Come on, man. Quit
Oh yeah,
playing.
having the
Mhm.
Fabio tiers. Now that's where your army building lies.
This is where we win.
Actually,
baby.
yeah, because if you look on that on those episodes, there's like 4 of me on screen at one time.
Loving it,
I don't
loving
even-
it.
Now that
But-
I'm really thinking about it, and somebody has showed me a picture of all of the other Toy Biz stuff and the things that still was kind of hanging in the balance that haven't been redone yet, and that was the Apocalypse and Foom. I'm really thinking it'll be Apocalypse because they could really freak that in terms of it not being as big as any of the other bigger figures, but
Yeah.
you could still get a base level Apocalypse and something a little bigger, and then maybe a horseman or something. They could really go crazy with the accessories and stuff with.
I think to go back to the Apocalypse thing too, someone in the chat was saying, I'm sorry, it's scrolling fast, so I didn't remember your name, but if they're keeping it in line with what they just did with this Giant Man and the tiers are just more accessories for Apocalypse, that's not to say they couldn't kind of bring back the Riders line, which has been kind of dormant for a couple of years now since
that's
Cosmic
one
Ghost
thing.
Rider, and just give us a year program of the Apocalypse Horsemen.
Just to what? Last night, was it last night or whenever the campaign was Monday, on Wade's stream, Dan's announcement, because he promised he would announce something if it funded, and he announced that Legendary Riders is back.
Oh,
he did announce that on
Jesse today when Jesse said no more vehicles for the HasLab. I was like, well, then bring back riders because
it's coming back.
But to go back to your point, because the 2 points connect about Legends HasLabs having this feeling of each of them have to be an army builder. Let's look at the numbers that Giant Man just put up, and that the stretch goal was 10K. The Galactus blew that away, which I don't necessarily view as an army builder, but whatever. And Sentinel, which was a very strong army builder. But if you do an Apocalypse, I don't know, people aren't buying multiples of it. So then do you end up in another Giant Man situation where is it a big enough name character that people are going to rally behind it, knowing that they already have so many versions? And do people care about a big Apocalypse anymore? Because he doesn't even really do that in the comics. He hasn't done that in the comics
not in a
decades.
long time.
Yeah. So how well now does that resonate versus when it came out back when it was a Toy Biz Build-A-Figure?
What would be your thoughts on, because we were talking about it on Toying Around stream, I think it might have been there. When they were talking about Apocalypse, I thought to myself, just like you did, he doesn't really grow that big, so you make him how about you make him decently sized, and you make the HasLab's higher price point come out of doing the horsemen with their horses.
Now, that's
that would be
something
nice.
that I was thinking about. Would people get behind if you started doing HasLabs as sets? And if you did a HasLab that was Apocalypse and the 4 Horsemen in a pack, and then you packed out accessories as the tiers? What if you did the Warriors 3 as a HasLab and then had them in a Asgardian throne room type shit where you can sit your Odin on a throne? Because we aren't really getting big exclusives like that at San Diego Comic-Con anymore. Think back to those 5 packs and all those things. When was the last time we got a New York Comic-Con exclusive?
Oh yeah, it's been a long time.
Long time. So why not, if that no longer is a thing, why not start offering those or deluxe sets as a HasLab?
I mean, we're not even getting the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives at Comic-Con.
Exactly.
They're just a QR code, and you get them months later. I mean, people are just getting the Daredevil in the last couple of weeks.
If I could tell you the amount of people that hit me up hey bro, the amount of people that hit me up not knowing what was happening and telling me hey bro, you got me on a Chuckles. And I had to tell them bro, I can't get a Chuckles. They're not here.
I don't have Chuckles.
Yeah,
I don't got a Chuckles. I don't got a Deadpool. None of us do. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I would buy a HasLab that Shuma. How do you say his name? Shuma Garuth. Shama Garuth.
Shuma Gorath?
Gorath, yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah, Shuma
Shuma Gorath,
Gorath is the main HasLab, and then like Wong, Comic Wong is a tier. I'm in on that.
I think a good point that I've seen, I think on Instagram, as far as the idea of not locking figures behind the paywall of the HasLab. I think there's a tremendous middle ground between them looking at the Engine of Vengeance and saying, okay, you know, you had all of these characters locked behind this paywall. Therefore, we're going to go to the other side of the argument for this next HasLab, and there are no figures locked behind the paywall. I think the idea of the figures that were locked behind the paywall being not really all that related to the HasLab itself. It's figures that people have kind of wanted in the line, independent of Ghost Rider himself. People have wanted Madeline Pryor and Mephisto and even Hellstrom and all that. So to tie them into that HasLab is, I think, where people had the issue, more of it being, more than it being the idea of them just locked behind the paywall. I think it was the HasLab that they were attached to. So I don't think people are against the ideas of figures being in the campaign. So if we're doing another campaign and getting more figures as part of the tiers, it would just have to make sense. It's not this all or nothing thing. Like the takeaway from the HasLab Engine of Vengeance shouldn't be, you know, in regards to what we got now with Giant Man. It's like, okay, no figures behind the paywall, right? I think it makes more sense that the figures should at least feel like accessories to the HasLab itself, rather than
I feel like it makes sense.
Like
I mean,
these random things that were included, you know, and will never get any other way for some reason.
Listen, it's two things that they could have did with the EOV. Either it could have just been $50 cheaper and it would have funded, or like you said, they could have just tied in and really dug their heels into the 50th anniversary of Ghost Rider, and it should have just been all different versions of Ghost Rider, maybe with Mephisto as the final tier or whatever. Fine, that still would have made sense. But the Apocalypse, same thing. If they want to do the more modern version of Apocalypse and do the version of his Horsemen from the Uncanny X-Men run, I could see that really happening. But it just got to make sense for the tiers, and it'll fun. Like, you know, if they tie in perfectly, even what David was saying about like sort of like a box set type of situation, I think it would make sense. It's just gotta seem like there is some like cohesiveness to it for it to make sense to the consumers, you know?
Right. So that's why I think, you know, people think, you know, reframing the argument and going back to thinking, oh, you know, maybe Wasp, you know, being included as part of this would have made sense in that campaign as well. Yeah, that does make sense because of her being tied in and feeling like an accessory, let's say, to Giant Man himself, rather than, again, the takeaway from the Engine of Vengeance failure being like, okay, well, they clearly don't like figures at all behind the tier, and that's why these failed.
Yeah, that's probably the. No, go ahead, Rick.
I was just gonna say really quick. I forgot, somebody said it in the comments. Doc Avenger. Yeah, it's true. They said it on Toying Around, I think. It might have been Toy Amigos. They can't use Shuma Gorath. That's a Conan comic book.
Yeah,
they cannot use it.
Oh my, check that out. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why they've never done it. That's why he in the Doctor Strange movie, it's also not Shuma Gorath there. It's just like
I forget
whatever
the name
they call it.
him in the multiverse.
The eyeball tentacle man.
So Fabio, that is the most well articulated explanation of those figures being locked behind a paywall that I've heard anybody give, because that makes a lot more sense why no one complained about Bastion and the other female Sentinel that came with Sentinel. Everyone was overjoyed by the Heralds coming with Galactus. Nobody complained about that. And to Boog's point, that Engine of Vengeance pack should have been more well thought out, because they already had the single carded Johnny Cage figure. Am I saying it right? Is that Johnny Cage?
No, it's
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze. I'm thinking of Nick Cage.
You got that Mortal. You got Mortal Kombat 1 on your mind, brother.
Johnny played by Cage. I get you.
Cage. But they had the single carded Ghost Rider come out. Had they done Robbie powered down Robbie Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch with his motorcycle, Carter Slade with what's the horse's name? Phantom, maybe. And had that been the set at that price point, funded. No
Right.
problem. It makes sense. It's logical. And they just should have found another way to get us those demonic characters in a future set. Like you're absolutely right. Those characters that everyone wants were literally held hostage behind the Engine of Vengeance after it got off to a shitty start by making Powered Down Robbie behind another wall, which was the early bird. It's like how many barriers are you setting up against your HasLab?
Right.
And so
Especially tying it into, like how Boog said, it's tied into the anniversary of Ghost Rider Celebration. Why are we getting these like tangential X-Men and just Marvel Universe wide characters that aren't necessarily specific to Ghost Rider? And I guess Mephisto is obviously, but it's a character that people have wanted outside of it ever being tied to anything. So it again just felt like punishing people for not funding this thing. And they really did make it seem like, oh, this is the only way you're ever going to get these characters. They're not going to be done again. They said it multiple times, right? So yeah, that didn't feel right. And they shot themselves in the foot with the argument of like, oh, we could never sell this at retail. They already don't sell shit at retail. We've had so many Pulse exclusive. The Marvel Knights wave was Pulse exclusive. You know, that's another.
I was just about to say that they were really leaning into the fact that that they were saying that, you know, these characters in particular couldn't show up at retail. We got the Devil, we got
Boog window lady,
clad woman, and like, you know, that type of shit.
Window lady. They didn't even do the boob window right though.
Right.
So again, if you're saying that this is the only way we can get it, give it to us the way that we want it. And I mean, I get it. They tried to say they could never do that figure in that costume, but it's like you can't do that figure in that costume as a HasLab at a premium price.
The Hellfire Club box that had similarly skimpy outfit.
No, you know, like not that. Like, what about the fucking Emma Frost that was at Walgreens?
Yep.
Right.
And the dominatrix, like, the black outfit.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like why is that okay? Like it doesn't, like, you know, it's like the rules are so strange. And you know, I'm sure they don't like that the rules are like that either. I doubt Dan and Ryan are sitting in a room like, no titties for this guy. You know, like it's obviously somebody else giving them like arbitrary rules that, you know, just don't make any sense.
So going back to the Apocalypse HasLab, I'm actually kind of digging it. Something that you jarred my memory on when you said like the modern look. I know you're not caught up on your House of X, Powers of X stuff, but this whole like Krakoa saga, that Apocalypse with a Krakoan gate, and then getting some of those characters, even outside of the Horsemen. Like Apocalypse is doing so much other shit right now. To have some of those characters from Araco. Like Iska,
you know what would be so
you know what the problem is with that though. Like I know that comic books, especially the X-Men in particular right now, been killing for a while because not only you but mad other people have been telling me to just catch up on a reading. Shout out to Ruckus, shout out to everybody.
Ruckus?
The Ruckus. The issue is that these motherfuckers don't read comic books, man. You put that shit out, people gonna be like, "What is this?"
You know what would be a funny but stupid packing if they did that Krakoan Apocalypse would be fucking Kingpin, because he was at that like ball when everything just like
he rolls with the X-Men now. The Kingpin is in the. I mean, I don't know what your rules are around spoilers around here, but
I love him.
All right, well, the Kingpin is in the fucking Hellfire Club now.
Yeah.
He's the White King.
That makes sense.
So again, though, if you're not reading comics and you saw that shit packed in, you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I'm pretty sure comics lore stopped when I stopped reading them. Just in general. All continuity ceased when I stopped reading comics. That's my new character, the average Marvel Legends collector.
That's how all collectors feel.
Damn, Cap Lives had a good one. Hellfire Gala HasLab. That would be insane.
Oh man,
in the bank.
You know what they should be better as as some special box set, honestly.
But that's
Bro.
to go back to David's point, though. They've kind of stopped doing those big box sets like that with the big elaborate box, with the big folding Thor box, the giant face Giant Man thing, the Book of the Vishanti. All that has kind of like stopped in favor of this HasLab program. And even as of this year, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive does not really look much different than your average other Marvel Legends 2-pack, either a Pulse or retail exclusive. So if they're trying to go back to that premium presentation box set, I feel like the Legends community has proven that if it feels like it's worth that more premium price, which is now set at like a $200 set, I feel like HasLab is the way that we'll be getting that from now on. Which is also where I think the argument for these things funding and the market proving that they will fund is kind of a negative thing, because they've taken something away in terms of these premium box sets that used to be con exclusives and now are acting like they'd be doing us a favor by putting them back or giving them back to us under the crowdfund model.
Yo, peep this.
You know what?
This is all hypothetical, of course.
I'm
gonna think about it more. Go ahead.
I just want to take what Cap Lives said and combine it back to what I said earlier about how we haven't had a New York Comic-Con exclusive in forever. Do every year, while that shit is still hot, do the X-Men Gala as a New York Comic-Con exclusive 5-pack, because that's where the fucking Met Gala takes place.
That's where the Met Gala is.
Buy that shit in for the next 3 years. Ryan, Dan, Dwight. Do that shit for the next 3 years. 3 5-packs at New York Comic-Con, X-Men Gala, Hellfire Gala. That shit would be bonkers.
And Rick Jones earlier in the chat had a really good idea. Going back to what you were saying earlier, David, on Army Builders, how about a 16-inch Frost Giant unlock tiers, the Warriors 3?
Boom. Yes, I would do it. People would complain that they were trapped behind a paywall, maybe.
Yeah, people have wanted the Warriors 3 forever.
Yeah.
The Frost Giant I actually kind of forgot about, even though that was something on one of my short lists of things that I wanted them to do over for a long time. So that could absolutely be a HasLab. And then that is the bigger figure model and an Army builder.
But what you could do is, if you wanted to sell the Frost Giants at retail, kind of like how they did Surtur, you could do the King of the Frost Giants as your HasLab. What's his name? Lofi? Isn't that Loki's dad?
Laufey.
Yeah. And then do the Warriors 3, because then you get a figure that has never been done before as a HasLab. You get the Warriors 3 as the tiers, and then you could sell the Surtur size Frost Giants at retail to help build out the wave. And then if we're doing like accompanying waves, if that's still the thing, that's how you get your updated Beta Ray Bill. That's how you get your Balder the Brave, and you do those at retail. And then do the one deluxe figure as the Frost Giant, and you can army build that shit.
What do you think? Would people complain about just getting that old MU wood again?
Old MU Frost Giant? Of course, that's super outdated.
As a HasLab, absolutely not. But if
not as a HasLab. Like if they did that at like the retail to go with like a King at the HasLab.
Yeah, I'd say fucking do it. If they're gonna give us the 12-inch Captain America as Super Adaptoid, fuck it, get those old molds back out there.
Yeah, because the sculpt is really good on
Captain America. That old mold of the Captain America is way more modern and articulated than those Frost Giants. They
could do some fixing up. They could spruce it up, like they did.
Don't tempt them to do that more of that Super Adaptoid. That shit is trash.
Did they ever do a 12-inch Hulk?
Yeah, they did. In that line, yeah. That's your Frost Giant? Hell yeah.
You know what? They did.
That would be a good Frost Giant based on.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't think the Hulk was part of the 12-inch line. It was something totally separate. I had the
Hulk. No, it was. It for sure was.
It wasn't part of
Icons.
No, it was part of the recent
line. The recent Marvel Legends one. Was it?
Well, there
Yeah?
was
Yes,
a
it was. Yeah, it
12-inch
was. It totally
Icons
was.
Hulk.
Yeah, it was a
I don't.
Marvel Legends
100%.
series. Well, yeah, he's right. He's
Oh,
right. There was
It's
one.
in the box and
Oh, it
everything.
was
Here it is.
Icons. Okay, it
Yeah.
was Icons. Yeah, I had that. No, I wasn't even talking about that one. I was talking about the even older one. I forgot about this one.
Yeah, I forgot.
Second
I was
Beyond
talking about
Icons.
the Icons. I forgot about this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
Icons
Icons,
right there.
not happening.
Yeah, there's no way. That's too
I
old.
forgot about this Hulk. Shit, what else have they used this mold for? That's
Nothing.
crazy.
Nothing, I don't think.
Yeah,
They're
that was
definitely
it.
going to use. I would hope. Who knows if they would? But I would love it if they did a 12-inch Giant Man at retail on one of those bodies. But I doubt
Yeah,
it.
we were saying that too. And people, KJ, who's in the chat, Black Genghis, who's also reminding everybody to hit the like button. So maybe listen to KJ on this one. However, don't listen to KJ when he was like in his post saying, oh, these last 2 days, if they wanted to sweeten the pot, throw in a 12-inch Giant Man on one of these 12-inch Marvel Legends bodies from back in the day.
Oh,
No, that wasn't going to happen.
I don't know why people were asking for that. Like,
No.
I don't want an 18-inch Giant Man anymore. I don't want a 16, 12-inch Giant Man. He's fucking Giant Man.
I
This
think
is
it was
one
meant
and
to
done.
be like showing the size progression so you can have like big, middle, small sort of size.
yeah. Nah, you got to do that on your own. You got to figure that shit out on your own. Now, that would have been great if they did do some, size changing kind of like cutout or something like that. I saw a lot of different people talking about that. That would have been
Yeah,
cool.
that's
Piece, yeah, I can see that.
But that's a missed opportunity. Listen, I think that
Trevor,
they are.
Or is it?
I
They could
think
put that shit on the back of the box.
true.
True.
That's actually not a bad idea. But
Yeah, we said something like
Write
that a
that,
couple
Dan.
of weeks ago.
Write that down. Write that down. Get it to your packaging team.
Write that down.
I think they might skip
Maybe
out
the
on the
insert, if
HasLab
anything.
altogether next year. I don't even know if we're going to get a HasLab at all.
I don't know. You don't remember they told us that they have like 3 to 5 HasLabs already planned. Maybe they would. This ended up being a success. It almost completely funded to the last stretch goal. I don't know. Be interesting to see what happens next year.
I'm gonna take that back. Instead of doing it on the back of the box, that could be the insert.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Inside of the box, yeah,
For sure.
that he like stands in front of in the packaging. So
Yeah.
therefore, you can keep your box intact. But that's what that would be actually kind of cool.
What Trevor 16 Shooter said, how about a Savage Land HasLab with Kazar, Shauna, and I would love all that. Or like dinosaurs or a fucking Sabu.
Yep.
That's the name
Dinosaurs
of the
with
line,
the
right?
tears.
Sabu. That'd be so
Sold.
sick. Oh man, I would lose my
on
mind.
site. Day one
I
purchase.
can't believe I cannot believe we have not gone to Kazar, huh? How fucking weird is that?
Bro,
Or
Yeah, not
Kazar,
since
no.
like early Marvel Legends from Hasbro.
Hold on,
so
fellas. Rick, Savage Land box set. Kazar, Sabu, and Shanna the She-Devil are the main characters. Fucking Savage Land Rogue and Savage Land Storm as tiers.
Damn. And you do the Wolverine from there too. You could do
Bro.
so much, man. That'd be so good.
Because if
That
they
part-
don't fund, you still get the primary. But knowing that I could miss out on like a Savage Land Rogue, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's smart.
That really does feel like one that they wouldn't be able to do any other way. Like this is kind of the opportunity. We're not going to do a full year-long Savage Land, Earth's most savage heroes program. I don't know.
I think with
Savage Avengers is a thing, so who knows?
I think with any HasLab campaign that would deal with just regular size figures would be a tough sell for like the first campaign, like the first or second campaign would be a much tougher sell, because I feel like a lot of people would be in the mindset of like, oh, if it's just a regular size figure, then just release it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe Sabu, that's where you win. You get like a super articulated lion.
True.
So that's where you get it.
Somebody had a super chat. Yeah, somebody had a super chat earlier asking like, what would you think about premium figures as HasLabs instead of like giant figures? I think in a perfect world that is the key. That's the answer. But just like following these huge 2 foot tall plus figures, going back down to a regular figure that we could hypothetically just see as a regular release is a tougher sell now. just following such larger than life
you'll
figures.
get a you'll get a lot
At that
more
point, it
people
would just be
talking.
making it an open pre-order, not under the crowdfund model.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, you'll get a lot more people talking about, oh, it's not a dream project and all of that type of stuff. But,
After seeing
I-
what
I
they
would-
did with
which is
Black
fair.
Widow,
fellas, I gotta cut out. I'll get with y'all later. Sorry.
All right, well, we can wrap up here. Honestly, we're pretty much
that's a good time to wrap.
yeah.
Last little
We're hard
sneak in
outing
thought.
right now. Yeah.
Last little sneak in thought for me. Two things. Along the lines of like premium figures being the HasLab, after seeing the amazing release that was Black Widow, I would just rather see more of those at retail than ever as a HasLab.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump back a little bit because I was messaging you guys. Y'all are bugging, saying that Mafex Daredevil looks better than the Legends.
Don't you dare!
All right,
bro.
Now's a great time to
he
cut
looks
out.
like he's straight up a Pixar Daredevil. Those proportions. He looks like he would roll with Frozone and Mr. Incredible, bro. Those proportions are terrible.
What proportions are you talking about? Actual shoulders? Is that the proportions you're talking about?
I knew we couldn't have David Walt on without one of his patented wild takes. So thank you.
Come on, man. What is going on here?
Pixar
Get these
Daredevil
old timers to bed. Get them out
The
of
way
here.
that he narrows and like tapers down to those like legs, bro.
Damn, where have I heard that before? God damn.
All right.
The echo in here.
Crazy.
Just like that.
Hey man, I didn't put him up to that.
How much you pay him? How much did you pay him? How much did you pay him? Huh?
Sounds like learned behavior, if you ask me.
Story, bro. All right. Well,
Two
take us
things
out.
real quick. Two things real quick. Like I said, I think that they may skip out on a HasLab altogether next year. I feel like they might be fatigued. But this Friday, we will hear about their next HasLab, which I think is going to be the Ghostbusters, whatever their Ghostbusters offering is, from what Danny was telling me today. So
yeah,
we'll see that, and we'll definitely hear and see some new reveals throughout this weekend, because Friday is the 1027 event, but also on Friday, MCM London Comic Con starts throughout that weekend too. So it'll be quite a few reveals through this weekend. Probably some of the stuff that Todd talked about in his most recent news video. So we can look forward to that stuff.
Do you mean rectangular? Who are you talking about?
Rectangular, excuse me.
There you go. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Say his name three times and he appears like Candyman.
He appears.
Asking why you didn't watch his latest video.
I'd rather have the Candyman.
Exactly, and then he'll ask you why you didn't see his shit.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good scary movie for Todd. He could be like a real good horror character.
Is it any coincidence that the actor who plays Candyman is Tony Todd?
Oh man!
Have you ever seen him and Rectangular in the same place at the same time?
Race?
No,
never.
I just summoned Rectangular at an open construction site, so his open toe shoes would get him evicted from the area immediately.
That's how you beat violation.
That's my man. Y'all leave Rectangular alone. That's my boy.
The Mandals, baby. The Mandals. Come on.
Letting them breathe.
I'm a dream about a Savage Land HasLab tonight. That was a really great suggestion, yo. Because you get like
I think Fire Club Gala is better.
That shit is sexy though. New York Comic Con.
Well, we see what's happening this.
Well,
you said New York Comic Con needs what?
It just needs something to revitalize it. Like San Diego Comic Con just kind of made the shift really well to going basically virtual with all of its pre-orders and shit. New York Comic Con has lost some of its luster. Like I think the biggest highlight that I heard that came from the con this year was somebody shitting on the floor. And that's not a great look.
I heard this rumor too, but I didn't hear anything about
Hasbro booth. It was the Marvel booth, and the Hasbro Legends team was there showing the Giant Man. So it's not even that Hasbro has a booth there.
Yeah. So
right,
we got to make New York Comic Con great again.
Yeah, I agree. But thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. For all the super chats. Once again, big congrats to Poncho and to Becca. Wonderful.
Your father, baby.
That's me, baby.
Let's go.
Wait, did I miss an announcement?
Yeah, he
Yes,
showed
you
the
did.
ultrasound on
Pretty
on,
big
on
announcement.
screen.
What? You're manufacturing your own human giant man at home, Pete?
That's
It's
me.
being 3D printed as we speak.
Yo,
Mhm.
congratulations, man. That
Thank
is
you, my friend.
congrats, bro.
Hell
You
doing
need to
yeah.
grow an actual mustache now, P. That's not just an Instagram filter anymore.
That's true. I got to do
Oh
it.
man, that's really great news, man. I'm really happy for you guys. I'll talk to you more about it offline. I'm gushing right now. That's awesome, bro.
No, you gotta let it all out now. No.
On air, on air.
Yeah, man, that's
Congrats to you
wonderful
and Becca.
news. We love you, P. Love you, Becca. Yeah, we out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there. And until next time, peace. Daredevil was fucking whack. That
And I would walk 1,000 miles just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles. All right, see you later.
man without cast.
That's so exciting, Poncho. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Extremely excited.
Are you ready? I don't know that that's a proper question. You feel ready?
No, but I'll make it work.
Cool.
Hold on one second.
Good attitude, man.
Yeah, you got this, King.
I don't care what any of these guys say. The Legends Daredevil is hot garbage compared.